Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of Starship Confidence. Its one-year mission? To train the next generation of Starfleet. To seek out new life and new civilizations. To help all go where no one has gone before. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nat 13's Star Trek Ascendance.
I hope I was on screen.
You were not. I am your Game Master, August Schmidt. With me, as always, are the members of the Strike Team. Say hello, Strike Team.
Woo!
Excellent, excellent. Very loud. Very good, very good. Last we saw you all heading into the Imperium, fighting your way through the Skull Arena. Against, twice, might we add. The second time, bit of a, what's the word? A bit of a gamble, trying to get in a bit more credit, some heavy betting. But lo and behold, when Gibbon and Black Opal entered the arena, Gibbon, you saw Chaz, an old gladiator buddy, way back in the day, who, through some careful deception, and of course still having to fight through other waves of combatants, told you to take a dive, and, good on his word, out of his 10 million credit win, gave you all about 2 million credits, which is more than enough to start getting what you need. As we headed off of this planet then, or planetoid, shall we say, you all made your way then to Araby. Araby being that dry desert planet, sand and wind cutting through. Out of the Imperium, this is where most merchants come to sell weapons, ships, and other supplies for this ever-present galactic war. Shopping was done, trade and commerce bought and sold, but now heading over on Araby more to what we might call the southwestern hemisphere, to the cargo and ship trade area. As you are all flying over in the Shag of Rats, carpeted boots, boots digging into the carpet of the Shag of Rats, all of you now, pockets and bags a little bit lighter of money, but heavier, of course, with weapons. As you enter the cargo shipping areas, what you see first are large, gigantic cargo ships loading up several 1,000-kilometer wide metal plates, rivets, different just like raw wholesale-esque material. But you see there is a small, what we would still consider maybe a good-sized city of just merchant areas where the physical persons and beings of the galaxy meet to start trading in both goods but also information. Part of one of the reasons you came here, of course, is starting to look for bits of tritanium. Now, tritanium alloy is actually normal to find. It's something that a lot of people use, but you guys are starting to look for any form of what we would call raw tritanium, which, as we know from some previous sessions and from the other groups of the Confidence that they kind of lended their information to you all, that this raw tritanium has a special property where upon pure nuclear fission, one of the byproducts seems to be something related to time travel. As you approach, you see Chaz has just finished for you all doling out the specific portions of credits, whereas he's now been able to pack everything he needs just into a big old case he can keep on his back, but keeping you all with 2 million Latinum bars, equivalent to 1 galactic credit, of course.
2,750,000.
Oh yes, that is true. 2,750,000 after some of our purchasing,
Which I do still have all on my character sheet, but again, it is for the entire
free
party.
game. Yes.
It's just that way we all know in one place.
As this happens, you see Chaz looks up as that airlock kind of occurs on the bag. Looks up. Well, honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. I'm just gonna probably go buy myself a sweet old ship when we get down there. But again, if you need anything, you got it. You call. You've got my data pad. Oh, I need to buy a data pad. I'll buy a data pad and send you my stuff.
You got enough money?
As the he has like big old crate on this Klingon's back, full of crates. Listen, no, I'm serious. You guys, whew, I was gonna have to fight through that arena game alone, and I cannot be more thankful. Which is just wild coming from like a Klingon, this very somehow laid back dude. You see though, as he finishes loading up, Taylor kind of pipes up and speaking more to you, Tahina, but also just in that, like, for the group. Now, are we all going down in one group, or should we split up once we hit the markets to find information faster?
Wouldn't you like that? That was Eleanor, sorry.
Okay. I'm like, wow, what an outburst.
It might be in our best interest if we split up at this point, just because we don't have a ton of time. We don't really know if people know we're here or not. I think it's a smart idea to divide and conquer, as it were.
Yeah.
Cool.
Taylor kind of nods as 5 of you get ready.
Should I keep an eye on the pirate?
Yeah, that would be. No, let her go free. What do you think?
Val, that seemed emotional.
Ooh, no.
A little spicy.
Approaching the city of shipping merchants, very Dune-esque, large sand
You're just
dunes
jealous
have
'cause you
built up
wanted to
into the
take the
walls. That multi-layered, kind of that like slate rock have like emerged over time of sandstone, where corner stalls and markets have built in to this giant, almost pine cone looking esque buildings in and around the city. Coming in, you get the quick little monitor where they've hailed you, and kind of the base messages: are you here for business, pleasure, war, or merchant?
Business.
Business probably fits most. Merchant could be that, like, ooh, we're like window shopping, if we were to give it a term, but it's more that business of we are here to heavy buy, sell, and trade. They direct you over one of these main towers, alighting in. You're not all the way up top, but in that good middle area.
Yes.
Good middle area.
What you would know is, out of the city, it is shaped very much in that pentagon format of shape, where there is about the northern point of the city, 2 southern points, and then an east and west. There really is no rhyme or reason. It is that cacophony of chaos where just constant bartering is happening. But most of like raw metal is going to be happening in what we would call the north point. But there is still like ships and overlap of metal parts coming in from east and west. South is really where we're going to hit like, hey, I found a bunch of cargo of just like bolter rifles on sale. Don't ask where I got them, but do you need guns for your war? That's though like more for armies. Like you would get generals going in and saying, yeah, I'll buy 50,000 guns, right? You see, Chaz kind of said, so I'm gonna head off a bit more to the east area. It's looks like kind of in this little map that's been pulled up. I'll head east, just heading for some ship deployments.
Sweet.
And
If you do happen to spot anything that we wanted, just shoot a little message our way.
right, you wanted Tritanium, right?
The rare stuff.
Gonna say that. Yeah, I'll keep a lookout. And again, once I buy a data pad or something, I'll contact you. He goes in and gives that very like what we call the very masculine like one arm grab, just kind of.
Oh yeah.
Can I give him like a physical chip, like basically our data to put
Yeah.
onto a pad?
Well, exactly. It's like almost
And
not
not
like
just saying,
here's
"I'll
a
find
SIM
you."
card.
Yeah.
Gives that. Takes just stay safe out there. It's a
Just like
wild
physical
galaxy.
contact card.
As he takes that, you see again this kind of balding Klingon just.
Oh, you did take your portion of the drugs. I start looking through the drug.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, you got your portion.
I've got my drugs.
Wanted
Hell
to make
yeah.
sure. Have fun.
You know me. All right. Immediately, the Shagrat's door opens. Chaz steps off and is gone.
He seems like a lovely fellow.
So yes, how do people want to split up? Because I know Black Couple, you were saying you could go with Taylor, but does everyone want to immediately head to what we would call the northern part of the city, or is it splitting around in this moment?
I mean, if that's our best bet, because we did our fun shopping last time around, you know. So like,
Yeah.
if our best bet for Tritanium's up north, I say we start there, and then if we need to split later, we can.
Start.
What is our plan once we have it?
Buy a shit ton,
And
then run.
then do what?
and then we get back to McTavish. And my thought is, if the other people are traveling through time and fucking things up, we level the playing field.
We could travel through time and fuck shit up.
You see, Taylor kind of eyes widens a little, doesn't say a word though, just from that
Oh,
like.
did we not talk about this plan in Verna to Ayla yet?
We have.
Oh, we have.
Yes.
So are you...
Make me an insight
Insight.
check. Yeah. Make it insight. Because yes, Taylor has been cool as Gibbon, but this has visibly, like the second Gibbon says, let's start using this and utilizing what they've been doing, immediate reactions coming on her face.
Okay, inside.
Come in. Hello, our favorite Gorn.
Ewan.
Sorry.
No
Yeah.
worries. Everything at the
No.
pharmacy though? Like, I mean, I'm sure it's
I was
crazy.
in line for 30 minutes.
Yo.
And I didn't even get my freaking medication.
Yo.
That's the
I'm
worst.
so
When
sorry.
they're like, oh, we haven't filled the prescription yet.
For
It's
any
like,
of
why
our
not? It's been 4
international
days.
viewers,
Yeah,
we're
like-
like the hellhole that is the United States of America.
Oh, they know. Here, go ahead. Yes,
yeah.
make the insight as we've got tamales, we've got
It was,
chips, we got cheese, we got soda.
So?
It was
Yeah.
7.
7. It's more
It's a little.
Taylor. Just it's that natural like
It's probably
you think it's that general. Oh, we're gonna just like we're no subtlety. We're gonna time travel. Are we gonna fuck
Yeah.
shit up? Okay, like
Ready to fuck shit up?
maybe just that initial like. Oh gosh, I thought we were gonna be a little more nuanced bedside manner about this. Okay, let's do this.
Well, I mean, and as Lincoln,
Mm.
Gibbon's perspective does not, and I know it does not reflect McTavish's perspective, but that's where I'm at right now, is where, like, you know,
Mhm.
Gibbon's just like, dude, if they're gonna fucking go back in time and just make it so our actions have no positive result for us, then we just go back in time and kill them before they can make our actions not have a positive result.
DM, can I ask
Like-
a question that necessarily isn't metagaming, but is trying to clarify something I asked if I could do a session or two ago?
Yes.
So, we know that our Star Trek campaign does not include the Kelvin timeline.
Yes, this is canon. Yeah, I don't know if we've ever once said this officially, like on stream. We are not a Kelvin. This is what we would call traditional Star Trek
We
lore.
get
and
the
time.
Kelvin uniforms though, because they look better.
we play around with our outfits here.
So then I want to ask you, and then our resident in-house, Star Trekologist, has a Vulcan ever allowed their emotions to attach in combat for an advantage?
Oh yeah.
Because that only happens in the Kelvin timeline from Spock.
And it's almost not what we would call attach.
Basically,
what
it's trying to. Would it be out of the question enough to
Trying to
throw
get
Khan
rage.
off?
Go ahead. Here's what's really fun. You've started probing into an actual mechanic I have for how we avoid Khan or like mess him up.
Okay.
What I would ask then is, because this is like very much that group, I will say, well, because it is that like as Gibbon has first brought up, but everyone's thought process. Do we start using time travel? How do we gain the upper hand on a genetically superhuman who has time traveled? What I will say is this: I will make this a group check, as everyone can ponder on this. It's something to look at. Is a insight check into your situation of if we are to be fighting a being that has precognizance. What do we do? Right, like what's the goal? So I'll say everyone can make that insight check, and when they have time, because I know people are still eating, grabbing stuff. Sorry. There you go.
I'm actually going to like not to,
Okay.
because Gibbon is very one track, and his track
like
is
that.
fuck shit up.
Let's fuck it up. Yep.
So that
okay.
that is where he would jump to.
I got 5.
5K.
Okay, let's see. Sal has advantage on insight.
Sal does have advantage on insight. That's important.
Let's see where he goes.
Mhm.
Inside.
I'll start them with this because for Dahina, this is such
This is
unexplored territory, even in our world. Like, there have been theories on theories of time travel for years, and there's popular, what we would know as science fiction. We would know, like, there's a lot, and so for Tahina, it's
Okay.
well, there's a lot of different, like, there's the grandfather paradox. There's like full on just like old movies where we think of like Hot Tub Time Machine. No, you do affect your future. Like, it's, but I think your mind's now going in, and you and Taylor, it's that. Well, but if we go back in time, are we just reliving the past? There's no precedence for this. It's that pigeonholing our heads into, wait, but what does this all mean? Not even the, is this a good idea? It's, is it possible? Sal.
And there is another way that we could time travel.
Oh my gosh. There is another way.
Slingshot around a sun.
Slingshot around the sun. It's
I mean, it's
Yeah.
extremely dangerous.
very that.
Kind of stupid.
It's almost
Like-
that why.
What's up?
Yeah. Wait, did someone say stupid and dangerous? But yeah, no, it's like that. There is precedence. Starfleet officers proved that this was completely possible, just highly dangerous. It is why, though, the Federation's like, let's not. And that's I will also give you this, kind of based on just you as a player knowledge too. There's very little room for error, shall we say, with the slingshot method, what it would be known as, because it has to be precisely calculated in exactly the right coordinate. Because you don't want to, like, let's say, use this slingshot around a sun, like, I don't know, like here in the Imperium, and if you suddenly have to start traveling all the way back to Vulcan, for example, that's a ways, right? Suddenly you're doing more than just being on a quick planet for X amount of days. You're traveling across the universe. Who's going to notice you? What kind of patterns are you going to leave? Again, that butterfly effect. Versus, of course, then look at what Khan has been doing. So is Khan's method, though, himself? Is it a personal thing? Is there shuttle required? Basically, all we know from Orson, when he did a slight test, is he, as an android figure, was able to go back about 12 hours in time, which isn't a lot. And he also was inorganic. Like, well, obviously, Khan's not inorganic. And so that's what I'm saying.
Genetically modified clone.
And that's where, like, that 5, I think, Tahina is. There's a lot of variables we have to take into consideration. Now, Gibbon, you've elected not to make the check, which I think is perfectly acceptable. Of, hey, let's just try it. Before we get to Sal's big check, Black Opal, did you make an insight check for this scenario yet?
Not yet. I'm pulling up my insight.
Oh, you're totally fine then.
So the 26.
26
That's
total.
Gotta get out the ones.
That is a natural 20, Sal.
Oh.
Well, that's gonna be pretty.
Maybe Lou's method works for me, just not for Lou.
Bummer.
Bummer.
Ooh.
22.
22 is still rather good, kind of like Sal. We're talking about changing time for our benefit. Well, it's obviously been done because Khan has done it. We have, shall we call it, proof of that. Is it enough to hold up under, like, a Federation court? No. Part of the reason is Khan did make sure that even though you guys have found the obvious trail, no one's gonna believe you unless there's some other hard proof, like bringing Khan in, finding other hard evidence to this effect. Black Opal, say on 22, it does bring back to one of the first reasons we came to the Imperium is the Emperor, as far as we know, is one of these old beings, right? Or in some way colluding with Khan. The lore of the Emperor is he's been around for thousands upon thousands of years, and that should only be possible even for a genetically possible being through forms of time travel. On a 22 Black Opal, there is something to be said about, though, time and space. It is not perfect, as sometimes we don't even know what we ourselves are going to accomplish. But how does one then overcome a being who has seen this reality, this history itself and probably lived it to a certain extent. Sal, that was a natural 20. I'm going to pull up a bit of...
What a lad.
Sal may not be very wise, but he is insightful.
Sal. You took the Federation classes just like anyone else did. You've read through history. Kind of like the whole Dahina's in right now is people have time traveled before. The crew of the Enterprise did it way back in the 22nd century. Brought back whales, which, strangely enough, were the key to saving the Earth at the time.
Yeah.
One of the big takeaways, shall we say, that most of your professors and commanding officers imposed during these lessons was this was a desperate bid for humanity and the galaxy as a whole. We're grateful for it. We don't do it again. But something that, shall we say, for Sal, you were able to pick up is the unsaid truth of that very brief blip during a history class is, but it worked. They changed history. Now, none of you were, or most of you probably weren't alive directly at the time, but it's, history hasn't been broken. We're not watching the degradation of the universe. Like, chronal entropy has yet to occur because the crew of the Enterprise very much did interfere with the past. They went back, found the aquatic mammals, brought them back to the 22nd century, and it fixed things. So what's different about that, this slingshot method, this very direct approach from what Khan's doing? Well, I think, Sal, Khan has been doing this a lot. Again, from some of the records, back when you guys were back at the Trio Sister Planets, there was a whole planet hollowed out full of just toxic gas from Tritanium, right? Something had just burned through a core. A planet's worth of material has been used up. But Khan can't be everywhere. I think, Sal, it's almost that it's not simple thinking, it's very logical. Well, yeah, you can know the future and the past, but you won't know... But you can't be here. Khan's not here on Arabi. Like, Sal, as the door opens, Chaz walks out with 8 million credit strapped to his back. Even if Khan knows about it, he's not here. And if he were here, what would he stop? And on a nat 20... I'm going to text you the actual mechanic for how we can stop Khan.
I get to know how we stop Khan.
Are you
We
going
blow up the
to
universe.
address the class?
Well, I'm giving it to Sal, and you can, like, give the information.
So, Al, you only hum when you are anxious. What is on your mind, lizard friend?
Need a rat?
A rat?
Do I have more chinchilla?
You do have chinchillas.
There you go.
But more.
That's actually an important question.
Or more guinea pigs.
You have one more chinchilla, no more guinea pigs.
Delicacy.
Better? Worse.
Worse. In all fairness, I'm still trying to. I don't think August has sent the text. Are you texting?
I am
or
texting. Yeah, texting, sorry.
Hey, so I want to let you know I can't remember my roll, but I know it was low.
Then
So here's what I want to ask: if I roll in the box of doom, can that be the new number, whatever it is?
No,
Even
unfortunately.
if it's
It
an
was a
For your
group
insight
check because...
check?
For
Yeah,
the
I
inside.
actually can't remember what I rolled for my
We have a nat 20. You're...
Well, and to be fair, more... No.
No, Eli, look at
No.
it. I see it.
Too late. It sucks that you wasted it. I'm kidding.
because you already made the roll and you explained that you made the roll and that it was low. You could have just said, I forgot what I rolled because I went to the bathroom, and then you could have then...
It responds to spite.
Or maybe it's just waiting.
Did you roll a second nat 20?
Yeah.
Or maybe you're just cheating. I just texted you, Izzy. I'll let you, Asel, interpret that. As all of you are stepping off, immediately the 102-degree air just sucks back in, as the part of Arabia you're on was far more what we call northern, in like a cooler desert climate. This is very much the hot, arid, like, yes, southwestern hemisphere, dry desert right now. As you are all moving through the city, Taylor is going to speak up. One second. Oh. And Taylor, so if I've got a babysitter, we can go start looking for some tritanium.
Do I have a tricorder with me to scan it when we get to it?
Yes, you do.
So that I make sure we get the right stuff.
Yes, I would say you have that and easy enough. Go ahead and give me just a quick sleight of hand check. It's, can I send the quick data to all the members of the party, so no matter who's where, we can make sure. Oh no.
Can you read this and look at the
literally
picture and
just
tell
had
me
it.
not
Oh,
that it's
it's
not
right here.
Uncanny Valley?
So it is that, like,
This is a friend Aubrey.
like making sure everything is ready to scan and go.
Eating
11.
11. Simple enough DC 10 where it's like everything's on here, and so no matter, even if you're not physically with a party member, like Gibbon could do a quick, like, what we call snapshot of some material and send it to you, and you could still start recording it. So you've got that all set up. You've got like the master scanner.
It doubled.
Hey, August, does that look like me from when I drag my car in the back?
Yes, so.
Sal's just gonna keep humming.
What is it?
My friend thought she
And then
was
he's gonna
racing me,
run
but
out
that's
of
not my
room.
car. And I was at home.
You start writing down, and like immediately out into the desert climate, which feels really nice, Sal. It's like, wow, this is a
Going
great
south.
And
climate.
I'm just gonna like
Off into the desert.
flop on my back,
He's lizarding again.
let the sun soak into my skin. I'm gonna bask a little bit, staring into this.
Taylor's
Can I
underneath
zoom
this kind of
away?
like awning, like looking at Sal in the middle of the street. Just,
Can I walk out and then immediately copy Sal? and
Just
walk
like-
over and go,
is this normal?
I need to puke in Gibbon's mouth.
okay.
Again?
Taylor, please don't.
Like, are we talking physically or metaphorically?
Metaphorically,
Okay. Gibbon, are you
We-
available for Sal to come
we
metaphorically throw up in
need-
your mouth?
to do crazy shit.
I thought that was expected, but what's...
Yeah, what's up?
What do you consider
need-
crazy shit?
I come put my mouth right next to yours, like,
Taylor,
Metaphorically?
like physically, if an Orion could look greener, it Taylor just.
What's up?
oh, do I still need to be making liver checks?
Liver checks?
No, you get to long rest. It's only when you
Oh,
long
okay.
rest that you have the possibility of being
Did we
poisoned.
long rest? I'm at 13 hit points.
You.
Excuse me.
Oh, excuse me.
We
You
just
should
came out of
have
the
long
arena.
rested after the arena, and we did make that check. Yes.
Okay.
Everyone should be at full hit points, full items.
How'd your liver check go? Are you poisoned?
Isn't
I'm
it
good
He's
now.
not poisoned.
What's
Or
the
kidney, yes, it's your kidney. It's a minor kidney
Oh,
failure.
whatever.
And that's where, because like you're working on
got
stuff
kidney
where in a couple
stones.
days it should be righted. It's not like a
I can't believe
emergency quick fix unless you had like a true
That.
lab.
But didn't that work to actually give him hit points?
It
It
did.
did,
And it threw off the competitor.
and it threw off the
It did.
competitors.
You should
As
do
it
that
would.
in front of
Con.
Con!
Con.
Because he didn't...
We need to
In a
do
way, he
weird
hasn't
shit
prepared for
in
us to
front
go
of
to the
Khan,
system.
So he doesn't know what to expect.
But it has to be effective weird shit. That actually accomplishes
How do we
Yes.
tell what is effective weird shit, Sal, and what is not?
I'm actively
Mannery.
stripping down butt naked.
I was
Go ahead,
already
give me a
stuck
quick
back on with the pants.
stealth check in the middle of the road. See how many
Not
people
right
start
now.
noticing this.
Okay,
Because
I
there's
do
not like
have
a ton of people,
I do
but
have
like,
No,
advantage.
okay,
You do have
Jesse,
advantage.
Justice, can I look over and go, Gibbon,
That's a
we
12.
hit the business button, not
there's
the pleasure
some like
button.
other like Imperium soldiers that are like passing through merchants that like do look over and just like
Join me, brethren.
people are quickly moving out of the way.
Gibbon.
Sounds starting to strip.
Sounds. Everyone just
It's
starts
mostly
to.
for the basking though. Just
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like the. Oh wow. This feels really good. Some
I-
ways.
Well, like,
I'm
it makes sense for
Get out.
you.
Yeah.
put
Put
my
more
clothes
clothes on.
Walks
I'm like.
away. I don't know them.
Okay,
I'm out.
so any further
Okay.
explanation on weird shit or
Any more vomit? Any spittle?
Also, when do we need to do weird shit? Because I mean, that
All
was
the
some
time.
weird shit.
all the time weird shit like going?
I will say there's a
Cause-
specific. I'll bring back what Eli's saying for Dahina. Weird shit. How did you say it? That
Works.
that works.
Effective weird shit.
It's more than just chaos. I'll bring this back. Val, some again, what your
It's well
aunt
thought out
Tamu
chaos.
said.
But then it's
Simple-
not chaos if it's well thought out.
No,
Well-
it's
It's
pretty well thought out.
Is it truly chaos if it's well thought out?
'Cause,
Well,
I mean,
there is a word that I sent Izzy that I'm not going to say it yet until someone else brings it up
I mean,
naturally.
I did say
What is
shenanery.
So let's say if a
Shenanigans.
Vulcan, disconnected from their emotions, takes a shit ton of drugs and then immediately reattaches to them in the midst of a battle.
Well, yes. Now you see though
do you want to have another coma?
what could happen though. That's high risk, high reward.
But it's shenanery nonetheless.
It's shenanery because if it doesn't work, the natural order of things will occur. You will probably start going into some form of OD, let alone like an emotional coma, as we've already discovered. But shenanery is what we would know in our campaign when you guys do crazy shit and it works.
So we're trying to collect information on where we can find this substance, correct?
Mhm.
I look over to Gibbon, I'm like, quick history lesson. Where is the most common place for secrets to start and be spread?
I'm gonna call my mom.
That's not okay.
I was gonna say high school cafeterias.
Cafeterias, places of eating, barber shops, brothels, communal places.
So where they
So
have,
the
like,
sketchiest
football.
thing.
You start calling your mom. I'm gonna make a pure luck check.
Sound,
Okay.
I'll call
you
his
don't-
mama.
You don't get a response like
Mom,
video wise,
pick me up.
but you do get a message. Basically, it's not a pre-recorded. What you know, it's not like a "I'm busy, call me back at X hour." It is a "I cannot talk right now."
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna call my mom wasn't a joke. She asked like where's he the Gorn are very remote race.
Mhm.
Very cut off from other people. So hence we would be good at keeping secrets. That's more just my player's natural intuition than anything. But
Mhm.
Before we jump off planet, what do we think on this planet would be the main source of secret sharing?
Whatever we do, we still need to buy a shit
Yeah,
ton of
we're not-
titanium.
Oh yeah, no, we're still
Yeah.
gonna buy a
Like,
shit ton of
that
extra
is-
titanium, but we have to find it first.
I think we can just kind of start asking around. It's used for other things too.
Scam? Can't you like look with
Mhm.
tricorder?
With the tricorder, yeah. Go ahead and give me anyone that wants to.
Oh, yeah,
You'll
Star
have
Trek.
advantage because you did.
Scan.
Well, because
Is it
you also.
perception?
It is a nature
scan
check
for
using your
that,
tricorder. It's like nature-wise, like on this planet, where am I getting the pain?
okay, so is it a nature check?
Nature
or-
check.
Why am I rolling so
You do have
bad?
advantage though. Remember,
okay,
you just
okay,
made this sleight of
that's not
hand.
20! That's not 20!
Then trade
Just
me
leave it.
dice. You keep getting nat 20s. I don't like it. Give me.
I get
give-
advantage.
Well, because you did the DC 20 sleight of hand check, you've already set up your tricorder to get ready to skate.
Thank you! Oh, frick! It's the same number!
So I got a 5.
Yeah,
I
give
got
it.
6.
Nice.
15.
Okay,
15?
16.
Yeah,
16.
20.
What's wrong with my dice?
All right.
They're just
I'll
not
be nice.
You want a different D20?
There's a synth.
No, I don't want to
Synth 20.
abandon it. Then it'll hate me even more.
No, you put it in
It'll feel
timeout.
abandoned.
The tritanium energy readings
You
are
make it
coming
jealous.
from
Okay. Make me jealous,
A
so it'll perform better.
big
Make
old
it have to
area in this northern portion of the city.
The mimic!
I will say, it's that immediate, like, oh, there's, for most of you, like, even on the 5, 6, 15s, there's tritanium, there's huge, vast accounts for it just out east. Well, yes, outside the city. where merchants, people will just drop their cargo in the middle of the sands, market, and then come back. Like, you're not going to bring in all this, like, raw material into the city. On the Synth 20 Nat 20, everything is leading you to a portion of the city, not in the main markets, but down some of these side alleys where vendors and merchants are still meeting with goods and wares. Like, they still have stalls, but it's not like what we would call main hub
The back
setups.
alleys.
As you start heading that way,
They go to
feeling
Walmart and go, "Can I buy C4?"
well, no, I mean, and
No,
sometimes
but that's Tritanium is. It only has this effect if you are doing nuclear fission on it. Like
on
other than
a
that, it's
pure
just
form.
it's just a metal.
And
Like
but it has to be the raw, pure stuff.
Mhm.
We can't
Yeah.
use the alloy, which is not.
Because most of the
gotta be
alloy stuff
too
comes
much.
from
what I'm
like
saying is like even asking like do you have raw titanium, people are gonna be like, huh, you're picky, but like it's not like they're gonna be like
Mhm.
time travel. Like it's like
exactly.
who's doing nuclear fission in their backyard? You know, like
raw steel.
Exactly. It's like you could go into Walmart and say, "Can I have some raw gold?" And someone might go, "I maybe."
Don't think we carry that.
Yeah, like
yeah,
I
there
could,
might be a
but like
couple of, like some rings, like
Mhm.
small stuff, but
exactly.
It's like going into the Walmart and instead of just grabbing a few bananas, you go to the back and you're like, "Hey, I want that box of bananas."
Heading
Yeah.
through the city, you see again the main hubs of Imperial armies and
Is there a Star
merchants.
Trek Costco?
No, there's not. But
Have we split up?
currently not yet, because you've been able to again.
Have you
Let's
put back
use
on
our
your
tricorders
clothes
and just go.
Good.
Eventually, you see
Yes. Or no?
yes.
Oh.
down a curving alleyway that kind of goes off to what we would know the right.
It's okay.
Heading down and through, you see a lot of different vendors here of the Imperium. After a moment, though, about 100 yards away, Val, your tricorder kind of pings off. There is a merchant who immediately stands out because he is not Imperial, nor is this person any other regular humanoid race. But you see that this figure has large, hulking almost shoulders, hands come down. What the hell? There we go. Hands that come down almost what we would consider as feet, and a little bit of almost that subulba. The vestigial legs are
I
kind
was
of
literally
hanging.
about to say, are you bringing Star Wars into this?
But it's more the hands seem to be this larger, very plinth column, solid down. The head turns, and as it turns, you notice that it is bisected in such a way that half of it can kind of turn out to look almost becoming more herbivore, like eyes on the side, but can still come back in and focus. Behind him are many crates. As you get close, Val, you ping off. These crates seem to be pinging hard with titanium.
Hey, bud.
Hello, are you with Imperium armies?
Is that gonna get us a discount?
Half his mouth kind of smiles, half kind of. No. In
An
fact,
absolute-
it keeps our business clean.
Yeah. Well, we're here. And that's what matters, I would say.
Ah, what can I get you? Guns? Disease?
You know,
Weapons?
we're
Metal.
yeah, we're looking to
Mm.
get a ton of metal. The engraving business. No, I don't say that.
I'm gonna make a roll real quick. Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Is this something where we need to persuade him?
No, but I have to ask, what is everyone's passive perception in this moment?
20.
Right, because you got the
16.
16.
So that's
Yeah.
going to be on the main front page.
Mm.
I was going to say 16.
16, 16,
That's your
15,
passive
20,
Perception, key perception. Oh, right there. 11.
11. All of you are talking to this being, just kind of, who's now starting to like seem a little more, we wouldn't say comfortable, but open in just starting to talk through. You think he believes that you're not Imperium army, that you are just like normal people. Given on a passive 20, you notice down the alleyway there are two what you would know to be Space Marines in the armor like you fought before that are clocking you directly,
Give a bounty on our heads.
but don't do anything about it. It's not like if you were in a crowded room and you notice two people watching you and they're not moving towards you and they don't seem hostile, but it's hard to tell under a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea.
See, you are coming for metal. Metal is what I have.
Can I telepathically talk to? Well, because you saw them, right? Nobody else.
Yeah.
Did, right? Never mind. Sorry, I won't
Yeah.
play the game.
No, you're good. You're good. That the important distinction.
Uh,
I can get you, of course, your common ship part.
We're looking for something a little less. What was it?
Less common. Yes, I get you.
It's a sexual thing. We want titanium, and a lot of it.
Way to
Give me a
put it out
deception
there.
check.
You definitely is.
Can I give the help action and be like, wait a
It's like a group help action, just kind of like this big
Come
old
on, man. We were
lie.
gonna be discreet about it.
18.
18. You see.
Guidance.
Oh, guidance. Okay.
Guidance them.
All right. I'll allow the guidance.
22.
22 beats his synthetic 19. As I rolled a 16 plus 3. He goes, oh, you are freaky like that. As his face kind of splits and his eyes start like one-on-one looking at you, very frog-like now. Side. All right, Tridanium, yes. Well, are you... He kind of leans forward. You're sure you're not Imperium?
Yeah, I mean, those two might be down the alley, but we're not.
I kind of... One eye stays on you, half his head looks over.
They with you?
No.
Okay, cool.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
So wait, our 16 discretion.
Oh, that's helping you, but something is happening now in this moment.
Okay, yeah, this guy won't be against us, at least for now. It's whatever those Space Marines were gonna do, I would
I
assume.
think I'm just cursed. I don't think it's my dice. I think I'm cursed.
Nat 13.
Not 13. Okay, here we go.
Plus 2, so 15. 21.
Here we go.
I gotta-
Hold for a second. I'm just grabbing, making sure I put
I know. just
everyone
part of
in
it.
the encounter correctly. I need, technically, his stat counts as a...
Doing that.
See?
I get okay
Yes,
when I
he is.
practice. Sometimes.
You just have to believe in the heart of the cards. You have to believe in the heart of the polyhedral. I got
Gotta
a
throw
4.
out the ones.
I said
Um,
that.
What you would know, very quickly, he introduced, name is impronounceable by your kind's tongue. I am Janite, is what people call me.
Would Sal be able to pronounce it?
Sal, you would be able to pronounce it. Hi. Like, if we were to put it very, very common, Hoisaska is what we would call him.
Isn't that kind of sauce that you like put on meat?
No, that's
Worcestershire?
Worcestershire.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Worcestershire sauce? It's actually just pronounced Worcester.
As Hoisaska or the Janite kind of like gives this, what you notice is as we're about to start the initiative, what I will give you, he looks over, they're not with you. Well, track me down later. As he reaches under his counter, pulls out what all of you can know, a bomb, and hucks it 20 feet away towards them.
Hell yeah!
As not with you, and just boom! Here we go. Initiative counters.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Who got a 20 or higher? Sal?
22.
22. Black Opal.
What's 9 plus 10?
21. Excellent. Here we go. 15 to 20.
And y'all, you
Okay.
brag on me for
Uh,
no, I got
10 to 15.
I got a 13 plus 2 is 15.
15 for Val. Gibbon.
12.
12.
I'm just climaxing from
And-
the excitement over the bomb.
And Tahiti.
Fuck, keep it in
5,
your armor,
excellent.
Gibbon.
I am!
Not like okay.
Sal.
Nice.
At the top of the order, I
Does it
will
have, like, a
need
compartment
It probably does.
for it?
Oh,
I
It's
need
real fancy.
everyone here. Unfortunately, because it is
It's
surprised this dude
self-regulated.
did not totally telemarket to you guys what he was about to do. I do need everyone to make me a quick Constitution saving throw as we begin the initiative.
Like Con or Dex?
Con, as you are outside of the range of what would be the Dex save, but there is a secondary effect on the bomb he is throwing.
Is it for poison effect?
It is not for poisoning.
Okay.
Um,
I got a 7.
7.
Slutty 20.
Slutty 20.
Dirty,
I-
dirty 20.
Well, 17, so 23.
23. 7.
9.
9. DC 15. So, Black Opal and Sal, you have enough foresight to realize this is more than a normal incendiary bomb. You quickly realize, oh, this is basically also flash grenade roped in. Both of you cover your eyes. Gibbon, Dahina, and Val, you are all...
armor, dude. I'm fine.
What the fuck? You are blinded. This is not a permanent condition, but it is something... excuse me. Thank you. I forgot to roll for Taylor.
For sister.
Ooh. Taylor only got a synthetic 12, unfortunately. Close, but no cigar.
Scroll down, you go conditions, you can add blinded to remind yourself that you're blinded.
And blind isn't bad. Thankfully, you are in a group, and you do have people who aren't blinded. But as this happens, Sal, boom, the Space Marines down at the other end, you watch it, they do seem to be blinded as well, as huge portions of the wall and stone floor have suddenly, boom, cracked and lighted into fire. The salesman behind you will be like, I'll be seeing you later, and starts immediately grabbing stuff and getting ready to run.
Can I
Just give a
basically,
thumbs up.
with the
Okay.
tricorder...
So Sal, is there anything you do want to do though? Like, do you want to grab people or run on your turn?
I just want to insight the soldiers.
Yes.
Because Gibbon tracked him, and then guy threw a bomb.
Mhm.
So I just want to know if I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to fight these guys.
Make an insight. Yeah.
What am I doing? Insight.
Insight.
Advantage. Okay, those both pretty bad.
Ooh.
But so that was a 12 insight.
12. On a 12, it's if we don't kill them now, they could send more.
Okay.
That's probably what you're thinking.
So I'm gonna slither on up to him.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a quick athletics check just to either like jump the fire or avoid it. Just in that like.
We're still only level
Okay,
5,
that was
yeah?
a natural 19 plus 8, so...
You're good. Yeah, it's really right now only DC 12 unless something gets worse. You immediately hop all over the fire, scuttle up over the wall, right up to both these guys who are blinded.
And since they're blinded, I have advantage on attacks, right?
You do.
Sweet. Let's see. I'm going to...
Advantage and autofills sight checks.
I'm going to bite.
Yeah.
Chomp. Going to chompa.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out if I want to bite or hungry dog.
Oh yeah. Black Opal, you're on deck.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go ahead.
Okay.
Bite, because it's plus 8 anyways, so... Okay. So, does a 22?
22 does hit.
So that's...
Is it cleric or prepared cast?
plus 4 plus a d4 poison damage.
Yes.
Okay, so that was...
Yeah, so technically I could use other spells. Okay.
That was 9 points of damage, 3 of those being poison.
Cleric, druid,
9 points of
wizard,
damage,
sorcerer,
3 being
spell-
poison.
Look at the spell list.
One of these immediately does look a little bit injured, but you realize again, kind of like given now this heavy armor takes a lot of the blow for him. You realize, I'll give you that now that you're here, passive insight's now working. These dudes, they're what you know, given like have so much temp HP, they were ready for a fight, and this has barely left what you could call a dent on them.
Right. So since I took the attack action, I can take another one.
Mhm.
So I'm going to take out my dagger, which
Okay.
is also poison. So he's going to need to make a 14 saving throw.
Excellent. Holy shit, that was a synthetic 13.
Okay. So he's going to be poisoned.
Hell yeah.
And just, I guess.
because clerics and wizards and also druids are ones that can learn.
Okay,
but
yeah,
then-
that's gonna hit. That was a 19 plus 8, so.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Another 27.
27 points of damage.
No, 27 to hit, sorry.
Oh, 27. Yes, hits.
Let's see,
This,
and that was my
That's actually not
long sword that I poisoned with. So I took out a blade to
Mhm.
slash at him.
to slap those hoes.
What am I doing? D8.
But I could do this
That
with
is
D8, which
Oh,
is a cleric
That's
spell.
3d8 damage. Just kidding. I need one more d8
But-
from someone.
Where'd it go now?
That is an 8 and 8 and 5, so that's 16,
Okay, it's
21.
right?
Wait, hold on. 8 plus 8 is
It's a
16.
It'd have to be like, how is this being used in session? So really it's up to the GM, but we can go, hey,
That is 28 points of damage. 16 of those
that's how I
being poisoned.
Being poisoned.
And he's
Already,
now poisoned.
you will have carved a good chunk of this temp HP. You realize what happens is, biting down, dagger coming in, poof, that very vibro shield kind of erupts off of them that was currently being hidden, as poof, but you start ripping in, and that tech fraction has already started pushing through, because even though they have the shield, this marine is now poisoned as well as blinded and is looking pretty worse for wear stat wise.
Okay. And I have a bonus action too. Which, where's my bonus action?
in combat, when you say, I want to know these spells now, right? It's like in the intro,
Ah.
right?
Hungry Jaws is a bonus action.
It's a
Fun
long
fact.
rest.
It is.
It is a long rest thing.
So
And
I
can
guess I
do
just
anything on a
roll
long
hit
rest.
that.
But I
Mhm.
don't have to say.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, that is going to crit.
So that's
I
a
just
total
kind of
28
realized that
hit.
has no
Mhm.
harming
Does
spells
crit double
involved.
damage?
Yes, it does. All damage.
You have a
So that is 2d6 plus 10.
I
That
do
is-
have a gun.
12 plus 10, so that's 22 points of damage.
Sal, this is pretty fucking incredible.
So I get 20. No, I get. Hold on. For my. How much? Do I get?
Oh, but you are currently at full hit points. That's
yeah,
only
So
yeah.
I guess it would be temp HP, but. or is it less
These
than
temp shields that they wear are no joke. Like, I mean, Gibbons, you haven't yet to really look at what Gibbon has. You have torn through over half of the shield. Like, anyone who can see who's not blind, the shield is already at that about to fail point. After just one round of you just running in, boom, boom, boom. Like, Gordon are nothing to fuck with. Like, you have truly intimidated and poisoned this dude in one round of combat with that crit, ripping apart his shield. As you do so, Black Opal, that is you. Val, you're on deck.
Cool. Before I even start moving, I'm just gonna like.
I have my reaction too.
But reactions happen not on your turn. That's
Oh, okay.
usually in response to something,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna object interaction, shotgun, 3 times.
Go for it.
So that's gonna be pumped 3 times, and then I'm gonna hold off on that, and then I'm gonna sprint up. Well,
With the firebomb that is just now lingering, you can make an athletics check to just jump over if you want to get like more into the melee range.
I'm just gonna shoot some Eldritch Blasts at the
Okay.
the one that Sal's already been messing with.
Messing with awesome. So you pump the shotgun, that's already in primed. You hear that energy, but pulling out just kind of that open fist magma. Go ahead and roll a hit.
Yeah. So the first roll was a 9 plus 7, so that's 16.
A 16 hits the Space Marine exactly.
Yes, and then the other one was a 19 plus 7, so
Both hit.
hell yeah.
Do damage. As not all armor is made equal. While they do have temp, they don't have some of those big like AC bonuses to their armor. Otherwise, it would be grossly unfair because these are also the guys that do have what Gibbon knows kind of forms of different counter spells and other shit that they can pull.
27.
27 points of damage. You
I rolled a 10
pump
and a
in,
9.
boom. This first one, shield looks so close to breaking. And you know, once they break, they don't just immediately come back. It's that
And they got a roll.
it's like a ship shield, right? Like you gotta like hope it doesn't completely break your shield.
Do I have bonus actions?
We'll make
Shit on that
You're good. Why just look at that. Val,
Yep.
that is going to make your turn, and Gibbon with some NPC after.
I'll do the form of dread.
Excellent. Magma races up your arm. As you and Sal are just in this, Sal in that melee, you just start to take the range. Val, what would you like to do?
Break
Okay.
that shield.
Break the shield.
Break your shield and you can't get it back.
Situation.
Mhm.
I am blinded.
Yes.
Can I tell
yeah.
that? So you know how you can tell somebody's footsteps when they're walking down the hallway? If
Yeah.
You know them. Can I tell if unfamiliar footsteps are running away from the fight?
If
Basically, I
you-
want to see if they can. And I
Yeah.
have amazing hearing.
Well, yeah, make me a perception check. I think it's totally allowed. Just kind of, it's not like a true racial trait you have, but it is that natural. Like I'm better at this, so I'll allow it.
Okay. What would this be?
Perception.
Just to hear if you could hear
Tree arms around our noise.
Gordon's little.
Which guess what?
silvern-
I have a +6 hand proficiency, and that is a synth 20.
Synth 20. I will say with the Synth 20, you understand, like, Sal is just running Black Opal a little bit away. You still hear the Jedi is just, like, hurriedly grabbing his wares, and nothing else is moving. Yeah, you're able to
And
get
so
the view of
Space Marines
battlefield.
are still
Yes.
there. Okay.
There towards where Sal ran.
Mhm.
So
You know Sal's a
Yeah.
hungry hippo.
Hungry hippo.
I'm wondering if we have any code words to like hit the deck as a
Fortunately, no.
you know what
I
I
also have very
could
good
do?
acrobatics. So.
Yeah, Sal might be able to just
I might
dodge.
just be able to dodge.
Just go for it.
Oh, with my choice. Okay, I could do Word of Radiance.
Yeah.
Great. Because that is 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to run at them.
Exactly. You would just have to make me a athletics check at disadvantage just to try to, like, gauge and jump the fire crack area.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Unfortunately, it doesn't beat the DC 15, but it's only going to be 3 points of fire damage.
3 points of
Whatever,
damage.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
-3.
Yeah, it's only if you have to, if you
29.
move there against your will, fail by 5 or more, that big bad
Also,
stuff
realize Word
happens.
of Radiance is basically my only damage spell.
Mhm.
Next long
Cool.
rest, you gotta
So,
sort that out.
oh no. Each creature choice that you can see, you cannot see, as being blinded does auto.
Could
Then would
my
you?
psychic powers overrule that?
Then
Word Reigns is very specific. It says you do have
Then
to
why
see.
would I
you
run
have
in the first place?
run through the fire knowing that. Then
No.
I'll be super nice and say then you wouldn't have taken the fire damage.
do you have anything healing wise to try and remove the
Does
blindness?
anyone need healing?
I mean, to like remove the blindness.
Blindness,
from you
yeah.
or
Because that's
the
a
others.
second level spell.
Because
I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
okay,
is
this
there
sounds
a-
bad, but as the cleric, it's like, that is one of my biggest fine, you're not blinded anymore. Given.
Sweet.
excellent.
Is
That's a
there
A better
another
thing.
way to get rid of blindness? Like at the end of your
You
turn,
wait
making
for
a
a long
roll,
rest.
or do you just have
It might. I will say it's definitely not at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Whatever has just happened was a big thing.
That's why I kind of did Gibbon, because I know it sounds bad, but I'm getting people who I know can carry multiple people.
Well, carry and
also-
fight and do big shit. Yeah.
But also,
Big
both
shit.
me and Taylor, we have antenna.
Mhm.
So shouldn't we be able to have some,
It's-
able to figure out where things are and stuff like
Disadvantage, but yeah, it's not like. And again, even without, it's not like you guys are like inebriated, like, oh shit, we're gonna die here. Because that's why that dude, if he wanted that, he would have just thrown the bomb right at you guys. So yeah, it's like there's
I mean-
enough of like people can still probably.
He saw us with money and was like, "Why would I kill customers?"
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's like you guys are rich. You know what you want. Like, I'll talk. Just if these are not with you, I'm not talking here. The Space Marines are going to have their turn then. They are blinded and poisoned. Holy shit. Disadvantage and poisoned as well. So the first one is going to roll at disadvantage to try to attack Sal. It gets 2 attacks, just kind of like pulling out big old gun and trying to smack you with it. So that is a nat 1, saving you from a crit, but still a synthetic 21 on his second attack, though. The one you were just attacking.
Okay. So only the second. Hit.
Only the second one hits. And it will deal you 6 points. Plus the 8 from that natural slashing of the weapon he's holding. 12 points total of damage, Sal. The second one is blind, is going to try to take a shot off at you as well. Just because it's that they heard you in melee, but again, still a disadvantage because he's still blinded. That's only a synthetic 9. And does a synthetic 17 hit your armor class? Second one, kind of boom, 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 big bolter rifles going through, but again, being blinded, he is just in a daze trying to shoot you. End of their turn. I don't think he has a save for the poison condition, does he? That's just a condition he has until he can short rest. Go ahead and check on that. While you do so, I will say, Gibbon, that is your turn.
Okay, 2 questions real quick. Mechanical question. Well, first, I'll ask the non-mechanical one first. When I clocked them, does it look like they have the same armor I do, or a lesser version of it?
Different.
Okay. Does it look like they have any sort of... essentially, I'm trying to look to see if they have, like, propulsion boots or
Make me a perception check, yes. It's easy enough to be like, this is not the same kind of armor.
21.
21. It's, okay, they've got shields like mine. Now that you feel that immediate adrenaline shot, your eyes start vision returning. Looking at them, they've got the shields on. You're noticing these guys do not have propulsion boots or packs. It looks like they've got like a opportunity if they were to like get a pack, but they don't currently have any flight
It's a
capability.
module they don't have.
Exactly.
Okay, secondary question.
The poison lasts for 1 minute.
Thank you.
Does my teleporter transponder, it does not clarify in the wording whether or not I can take somebody with me.
Yes, specifically you can. It does work to the same extent of as Dimension Door, where you can take another full medium-sized humanoid or 2 smaller creatures.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna sprint up to one of the Space Marines and teleport straight up 120 feet.
Oh, you motherfucker. Go ahead, give me just athletics check flat, just bound over the fire.
I'll just bonus action rage take the damage.
Excellent. Rage, take the damage.
I
hell
guess
yeah.
I don't even have to enter rage because it's for my armor, but whatever, I'll rage anyways.
I'll fix that in a second.
Yes.
Rage anyway. Wow, that was such low rolls.
1 point of damage.
9 points of damage that will have to 4.
Which will have to...
No, because that's
2?
halved from my armor, but then I don't get resistance.
Fire.
Yeah, it's fire damage.
Fire damage.
So Gibbon only takes 4 points of fire damage. You just charge through, boom, 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 and feel as you run through. You feel the stone structural integrity of the ground beneath you kind of crack a little, and realize, oh yeah, there's like multiple layers in these cities. So like, if needed, that's a weak point now. Boom, boom, grab this dude, and he hears a, "Who has touched me?"
Wait, so that's a weak point where I just hit?
No, where you ran through. It's like that's not a weak point in the ground where that bomb exploded.
Okay, so I'm teleporting to right above that and dropping
Right
it.
above it. What is going? And as you ignite your boots, starts falling. He will finish falling on
I
his
do
turn.
believe that's a
Hell yeah, Gibbon. That's 12d6.
Wait, I can use that whenever. Haha.
That is the Janite, or he is going to finish up. I meet you in the secure spots as he just full action, just swiping. You realize that it is not just like bulk behind him, a bit of what we would call like fat fold that seems to be able to like unfurl, put stuff underneath him, kind of like
A flesh pocket.
bit of flesh pockets, a bit of prison pockets, kind of slides all his stuff in under him
He's the bag of holding.
as he just very good, and just kind of like does a half tumble, turns, and just starts like rolling very Goron legend down the road. He is getting the hell out of there. Doesn't have a ton of movement, but Dahina, that makes your
And
turn.
sorry, did you want me to roll the 12d6?
On his turn, because it's before his turn, he technically has a chance to save him, but it's very unlikely. So, Dahina,
How's he gonna save me?
you and Taylor actually are acting on the same initiative, just for ease of this, as she can act with you. Being blinded right now, what would you like to do?
It's hard to know. I'm blind.
No, you're blind.
You can still attack, you just have disadvantage.
And you might have a spell that could be helpful.
If you have magic missile, that will still just hit them
I
regardless.
do have that.
Yeah.
I will use that.
Excellent. Go ahead
Aim
and
for the
roll
injured one.
You bet it's
3d4.
falling to his death.
No, the
When I'm
Wait,
Yeah, Gibbon grabbed the uninjured one and went
Yeah.
right at
the one
Yeah.
whose shield is
I
about to
was like,
break.
what's going on?
roll what did you say?
So 3d4 and add 1 to each of them, just so 3 total. Because it's basically 3 phaser shots that he cannot dodge.
Okay,
I believe so.
you said add 1 to each of these rolls?
So you
Yes.
So
roll
a
it 3
d4.
roll it 3 times and then add 3 at the end.
I'm going to also rule technically he can't use a reaction right now because he's blinded. I'll say it's that natural 10 total. Takes 10 points of damage as normally again they have like a reactionary shield spell kind of like you, which would have negated. But I am flavoring as being blinded. This first attack will be that surprise of like he is getting attacked hardcore by Sal, trying to do his best, and suddenly boom, 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 3 attacks hit, striking. This shield looks terrifyingly close to breaking. As guarding himself up, you take 3 attacks. Here, all 3 attacks hit. I'm going to make a roll in the box of doom. You want a high roll. That was a 16. Dahina, you hear and suddenly doof, 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 3 more shots immediately collide with the Space Marine fighting Sal. That is going to be the end of Taylor's turn as well.
A gun.
She's got a gun. Sal, that brings us back.
Sheath the gun.
You're blinded. Anyone who could have seen is blinded.
Wait, would I be able to? clock it?
Technically, you did move a bit to like start the range. She is like back with the Hina, like technically
right.
the far end.
Yeah, I'm all up in this guy's
Exactly.
face,
It's kind of that like spread, which is good. So no AOE can just suddenly smite you guys. Sal, that is your turn. The Space Marine you're fighting looks like his shield is about to break. He, of course, is yet to take any damage, but that shield, the big problem, is about to break.
Break it.
Has the other Space Marine fallen through the ground yet?
They will on their upcoming turn.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Oh yeah, important.
Okay, so I am going to there's a few things I want to do. I want to
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my longsword again.
Okay.
Those 2 attacks.
Phew.
And are they both still with advantage?
Yes, still blinded.
Okay. That one is a natural 20
What's wrong with the way I do it?
and an 18. So that one hits
Yeah.
and crits.
You are
Again, the other one hits. So that is 2 attacks and a longsword.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
I'm being a crit. Good
3d8
lord.
because one of those crit.
Okay. That's fair. This is how I've always done it, and I'm a boomer.
Okay.
And I don't like change.
So one of those is
I don't like change. Something young people. Sorry. I'm being too
12 plus 14. 26?
26.
26 points of damage for the first guy. Or for the first hit.
Shield is
First hit,
gone.
shield breaks completely, and you watch as that crit breaks the shield and slashes deep into the armor, and you see blood immediately pooling down your sword
And
as you
that
slide it out.
Second slice is 14 points of
Second slice is 14. You bring it in, cut off the arm. Boom, falls to the ground as he is already looking horribly hurt.
Eat
damage.
it.
Pick up the it's in that bag.
For later,
That
snacks
is
for
so
the road.
horrifying.
Yeah, you're fighting
Also,
someone
if you're
cut
like,
through
it
your arm,
doesn't eat it, it just grabs it and it's like, thanks.
puts it in a bag. Yeah, that's terrifying.
Now.
This is mine. Excellent. Do you want to use bonus action
As
Hungry
I'm
Jaws?
falling.
Okay, sorry. And then bonus action.
Mhm.
Oh, bonus action. I'm just gonna Hungry Jaws.
Yeah. Black Opal, you're on
So never
deck.
mind, it's not
Hungry Jaws, the other.
The other arm.
Like,
Yeah,
his,
I'll
his,
Hungry Jaws.
his remaining arm because you still do
So
damage.
yeah, I'm gonna roll with advantage to hit that.
Lord, you guys can output damage.
Those are
Yeah.
2 natural 13s.
I will
So,
tell you
nat
this.
13
Plus.
plus 8, so it's
Yeah,
what,
so
21.
21.
As you get in to bite the arm, you hear a call. Brother, come in. Have you found the merchant? Come in.
Mm.
Give you that. Just a little bit of a choice of something's going on there.
Um,
But it does hit for sure.
okay.
So he wasn't looking for.
I'm gonna bite the calm on his neck then.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's gonna be.
It's just in your belly.
Yeah.
Roll.
All
So
he can
that's,
hear on the other end is stomach
D6.
gurgling.
Yeah, I was gonna say you accidentally pressed the respawn button and you just hear like. He's like, what? What is happening?
Okay, that is 6 plus 5, 6,
11.
11 points of damage to the calm.
11
slash the
points.
neck.
Breaks the calm. These things have like no hit points. Breaks in. He is looking horribly, horribly hurt now as you just latch onto the neck.
And then
Excellent
I'm-
stuff.
this is a reaction, but it's on the end of his turn. I want to
Yes.
use this on the end of his turn.
Gotcha.
Stone rune, where he has to take a wisdom save or be charmed by me. And if it succeeds, if he's charmed by me, I'm gonna just have him walk into the hole that his buddy creates. By falling through
That's
the
really
ground.
good. Black Opal, that is you.
Oh boy. Yay.
And he'll make that wisdom save on his turn. Because that would, I'll rule it happens after the falling. Because technically
Yeah.
falling happens, oh, it's your turn. Boom, because nothing has happened until then.
Cool. I'm going to pump the shotgun
Mm.
3 more times.
Chum, 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 chum. That thing is starting to buzz in your hands with each pump now.
So, can I just tell how close he is to dying? Will I need to use this, or...
I think he looks horribly hurt. I mean, Space Marines are beefy, shall we say. Like, he's gone through 2 rounds of solid combat with Sal and barely broke the shit. It took a couple crits, shall we say, to, like, get him down. So, he's got some fight in him.
Okay. I'm just gonna then hop over the fire real quick.
Okay, quick athletics check, just kind of...
Didn't do too well on that.
Ooh.
That's a 10.
You will take 6 points of fire damage.
That's fine. I'm just gonna walk through it, thinking I'm cool.
You like walk.
I was like, this is a bad idea.
As just the whistling sound above your head. You walk through.
And then I'm gonna walk directly up to his face, aim the shotgun at it, and fire.
And fire. Go ahead and roll the hit.
We're criminals.
This
That's a nat 20.
So is he
And
dead?
that's
Is he
12?
dead, Daddy?
12 d10 now? Because it's 1
Double the
d10
damage.
per
per pump.
pump, which
Double.
I did 6 times.
Go ahead. You're gonna need to roll 12d10. I will hand them to you.
Why
Just
can't we all
the
pull
back wall of
ours?
his brains. He can't be charmed by me if you kill him.
Let me shoot him.
It's
1,
gonna be
2,
real
3,
sad.
4,
Yeah,
5,
it's
6,
Doing something on my turn with the other guy.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 d10
Yay.
of damage. All for you.
Yummy.
I mean,
Do you
I
roll
guess,
anything high for you? Just take
I
it.
guess if he's dead, I don't have to use my stone rune.
It does, yeah. You can hold it because it is those do take short rests and stuff to replace, so it does make that nice save.
Let's do some math.
Oh, there's some good numbers. Oh, you got a 10.
Oh, 2.
Oh, your thumb was covered now, okay.
You know what I'm doing? You never know what I'm doing.
So that's on the die roll, 83. And that's
3.
what do I add to each like hit? So like
In total, well, depending on, you pumped it 6 times, so it's still just going to be your base dex modifier.
yeah. So it's the plus.
I think it's 4 currently.
Yeah. So 4 and then
87.
Do you want me to try and make you a Gorn?
Yeah. If there's a Gorn,
I think there is Gorn options.
87
Oh
points.
yeah, you do have your.
They updated.
You
Look,
have your
my guy,
grill.
scales.
but not Gorn face.
You
Gorn face.
to hold up this just space shotgun as this Marine is fighting off Sal, whipping around wildly. As the face turns, Sal rips off the comm, leans back.
Bye.
Boom! All of you hear. Dang, it sucks to be both blind and deafened because literally all you're just ring with that shot. BAM!
I just have
The
like his comment.
head all the way down to mid chest is just gone. Very that Buzz Lightyear just singed off beginning of a movie.
Did you get him?
I wanted his shield
get
though.
him?
You hear Taylor go, "We got him."
Oh, you're not blind?
You don't know that. She's talking to Dahina. Black over you. Boom! Insane go. Val, that is your turn.
So they're down.
One of them is down. The next one is about to hit the ground hard.
He's falling.
Fine.
You don't know that.
Oh, let me start getting out
So
D6
when
for
does he
Lincoln.
fall?
Next turn. Next in the initiative.
I already have. You just give me all.
Anybody need to heal?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
Nobody needs heals, but there's 2 of you who are
Still
And I'm
blind.
blind.
Blinded really is the like detractor of this kind of
You're
encounter.
no longer blinded. Yep.
Maybe we should get Taylor first. She has.
I'm not getting the person.
mean,
I'm getting you. Okay.
You put together that she has a gun, and that she vocalized that she saw a person got taken out.
Okay.
So
Fair.
you at least know that she's probably not blinded.
Fair.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Taylor's blind right now,
Right. Okay.
which may be for the worse.
What is the most like Sal?
Val, are you unblinding
Oh yeah,
Dahina?
no,
though?
I'm
'Kay.
blind. Yeah.
Just making sure I don't want to
Yep,
like
all
accident. Dahina, you feel that
I would go without eyebrows.
your eyes blink in. Okay, that kind of like graying white mucus out of your eye. You see
Mucus.
Taela is standing there with a gun in hand. It is not a Federation gun. You think she grabbed it from just someone else behind you, like civilians that just started running. Is standing there. You see she's not blinded either, though. And I will let resolve on your turn, but she just kind of looks at you. Just Val, as you do so, Space Marines are about to start falling.
Yay!
Given, I will let you know, this is 12d6 of falling
Nice, right?
damage. If the damage threshold is met on the ground, there is further the other 60 feet of falling through the floor below.
You need a calculator too.
Maybe in a moment.
Like, this is 120. There's still another possible 60 if the ground breaks on impact.
Looks
That
like
they'll
bullshit,
fall
because
through.
Apparently, no nose is not allowed.
It's not allowed.
It's not allowed.
39.
39 does deal the necessary 35. So go ahead and roll 6 more damage.
And he's taking this too, right?
Yes. Oh, yes, he said. It was just, we need to see if it'd be a 35 first, and then it would keep going.
Could you say that he like points his knees and like pile drives him in the gut,
Just kind of like put a foot on.
Oh, just you wait.
lands on top of him?
That's
just
an
like,
additional 16.
16 additional points.
So all in all, that's 55.
This dude's shield goes from looking totally fine to about that
You know-
half health.
Is my turn coming up soon?
It is your turn directly next. This dude does have a turn where, as he cracks into the ground, all you watch falls a further 60 feet. The stone floor just gone. He is going to stand up, taking half his movement from prone. Is going to turn and he's going to fire with disadvantage the bolts because it's that like what's up above me.
Mm-hmm.
So given he's gonna try to hit you with disadvantage.
Okay.
Eyes are beady.
The eyes shows are
A nat 1 and nat 2 ain't gonna
You
cut
want them bigger?
Sure ain't.
it. Given that is your
Can
turn.
I have 6 more d6?
Here's 4 more d6 to start with.
I can add 2 of mine as
Add
well.
2, okay.
I am dropping down directly on top of him.
Just gonna take the damage as you.
Well, I'm raging, so it's gonna be
Oh,
quartered.
quartered for you, but full damage for this dude on the
Pile
ground.
drive.
So let me just and that won't even be an action. That will just be me
18
falling.
d6.
Is there any way, as I get closer to? Well, he probably doesn't need more than this. Does he? How's he looking?
This is just his shield.
Oh, in that
Okay,
case,
cool.
as I get closer, can I turn on my thrusters and make myself go even faster down? Would that do anything mechanically?
Yeah, I'll say you can add your strength modifier to it. Like just my pure strength. I'm gonna hit hard.
Okay, so just a +5. Give me a minute.
You're good.
Oh,
This
that was
episode's
good.
brought to you by gravity. You need to kill an enemy?
Plus 4.
Drop him.
Plus
Good lord.
So, if you have hair, what would hair look like?
I love this like intense dice counting, but then you get. So should we give Sal hair? Like, how are we gonna do this over here?
I think Sal has hair, but he has like spikes.
like scale spikes that.
Yeah,
kind
like a stencil.
Okay. Like
So like the old Mario.
71
71.
plus my strength modifier, 76. I would only take the 71 though.
Yes,
Quarter.
you 71 chord 35 goes again. 17
There you go.
points of damage, Gibbon.
Get effed, dude.
Here we go.
And that is fully just that is nothing. That's just me allowing myself to fall. That's not an action or bonus action or anything.
Gibbon, you take just a quartered 17. This dude, boom, through the ground, boom, onto the ground.
What you should have done was like seen if you could add just like with your spear.
Well, but I can still take my attacks.
Gibbon,
I just
that was
fell.
just dropping. That was just the natural physics of the world taking effect. You break the shield in one go, slamming this space marine as hard as you can to the ground.
I'll be able to kill the hair.
Thankfully, oh my gosh, Gibbon, holy fuck. You just did 71 points of damage to him. That's gonna break the ground beneath you. As that was above 70.
So it's 6 more d6.
Unfortunately for him, he can only take another 2d6.
Because he's near terminal.
Again, near terminal velocity.
Wait, but he technically already landed.
Twice. 5. 6d6.
His motion did stop momentarily.
I will say 66 is still insane.
I have 4, so if you have 2 that I
2.
can borrow. And I'm taking this as
And then that deals 70, and so yeah, that,
See if it'll like it with anything.
because there's still levels.
I can make it green.
Fuck.
Looking. Oh, I can't.
That's just 15.
I can.
Just 15.
But
Thankfully, doesn't break the ground.
don't
You
you take that by plowing into him as well?
Yeah, but I quarter it.
quarter it, so like it's only 3 points of damage to Gibbon.
Yeah, so does he take
Gibbon, you took
Twice.
20 points of damage through all this. This dude just took the equivalent of his full shield plus, good lord, another 26, 146 total damage to this dude. As Gibbon takes him to the sky, brings him down, cracks through the ground you guys are on, continues down, hits the next layer, pushes through down to another subterminal layer. Boom! Lands. This dude looks horribly hurt as you have done all of his shield away and cracked probably every backbone he has.
Okay. Does a... Ooh, that's a bummer. Does a 16 hit him?
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. Okay, let me deal my damage on him real quick. So it's a
Good lord.
D8, it's a D6 plus...
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what it looks like in here.
Would it be like ears like that monster have?
That's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Is he still up?
He is still up, but now starting to look horribly, horribly hurt.
Okay, my second attack, that's a nat 20, so crit on his ass.
Yeah, all of this is with advantage. He's still blind, by the way. He has not gotten this condition off on him.
That's 14 more points of damage. Is he alive?
He is looking horribly bloody.
Okay, my bonus action attack, that's a 23 to hit. And I'm going to spend 1 charge on this. So that's a 1d8 plus... hold up. Sorry, I just lost my
Make him
mechanics. Yeah, so it's d8 of radiant, and then this plus 5. Not ideal. That's 9 points of damage.
9.
That's kind of freaky.
Barely alive. Really. Is this last 9... Oh, boom, boom! You go in, and it's just that, like, knocking back with the spear.
Okay, and is he standing at this point?
No, he is full prone
Okay,
after
I'm
going
gonna move
down,
back 10
down.
feet.
10 feet, can't take the opportunity because blind, prone, everything. Gibbon, holy hell.
That's
One of the
These
coolest-
dudes saw you, and it was that, like, just 2 levels down, stab,
What?
put, down. As
Your friend would be proud.
the Janite has finished rolling away, Dahina, your blindness is gone. Kayla standing there with a gun in her hand. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Now that you've got your eyes open too. Because, like, the other Marine up here is just gone. Like, full front
Do I
heavy gun.
have advantage on perception if it's within 30
Yes, you do. Go ahead and do it with advantage. Because what you're looking, or what you could see is within 30 feet.
17.
Taylor has a bit of a briefcase at her side too.
Great.
money.
Freaking stole our money.
As is kind of a joint turn, you will still get to act first, I will say. You see Taylor just... Listen, I'm not in the mood to die.
We don't take the money that we need to buy the damn stuff.
Is that our money? We kind of need that.
Well, no, I'm leaving you most of it.
Just don't go.
I need... We'll call this... It's a big action. It's going to be a post-persuasion check on Taylor. She's going to roll, tell you what the DC you need to beat. That's a natural 20 for a total of 26. If you get a nat 20, you can do it. Roll. See, I was never a part of this war. You could come with me. I have enough here to get us off. Taylor is then going to start slowly. She's not... You realize, even though she has a gun, it is not pointed at you or any of your friends, but just in her hand.
I have sleep as a spell.
Here's what we're going to do. Sleep could work. What level do you want to cast it as? You have the option of making it a 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be 9d8. Now, I will tell you this. Taylor is not at full health. This is because she did feign sleep before you guys first came to Araby to plan her escape. She has been subtly, she stayed awake, noting where the money's being kept, where things are. So you have a chance of putting her to sleep in this moment. Because she only short rested. That's on her.
Alright.
You watch. Taylor is looking hurt. Again, it's been a long
Day
day
without you.
without long resting, without having a chance to really stop. Looks at you. This is not what I want. And I can't keep you safe unless you come with me. But you know, I would never force you to come. Your mind splits. This is an exact conversation when she first left. That exact word, I'm never going to force you. Taylor, here on Araby, hot sun beating down.
Just stay. You won't. I'll talk to Gibbon. You won't have to be a prisoner. Just stay.
Sleep goes off. You try. She kind of shakes her head. She will take the disengage action and start running down the street.
Do we know how much she took?
Is there any passive perception that people can do to notice?
Hey, guess what? I hear footsteps running down the street, huh?
Yeah, far away from you, yeah.
Do I know whose they are?
It'll take a wild fucking guess. Like, who do you think's
Yeah.
running? But I'll say this. Oh, excuse me. No, she can do that as a bonus action. She will disengage, bonus action hide. I always forget that is some of her kind of rogue abilities. Yikes. Okay. That's going to be the DC set for her hide. I'm going to say this. We have very limited time in terms of, like, the encounter is very close to wrapping up in a good way right now. Sal, you are sitting here. Again, Space Marine has just been blasted top half off. You and Black Opal are on this side of the now gaping hole in the street. Is there anything I would say for both of you? Do you want to turn to look for, like, Taylor or anything? Do you want to help Gibbon with the remaining Space Marine down in the now
Still
2 floors
alive?
below?
120
Barely,
beneath
barely.
you.
Well, no. Technically only 120.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said 150. I'm like,
120 beneath.
Yeah.
I mean, the other guys painted all over the wall, so I'm not worried about.
Careful, he
I'll
might
peer
move.
down the hole. I see Gibbon's got it.
Gibbon just like, kuh, like, yeah.
Be like,
Just-
Gibbon's got it.
Boom.
And I'll. What can I do? Did Taylor end her turn within 30 feet of me?
Unfortunately, no. Because she is on the other side of the hole and she had taken some movement to leave.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I think I'm just gonna. What we're gonna do.
What am I gonna do?
What we're gonna do. I will just ready myself for any other people coming around. Maybe I'll just make a perception check just to see.
Yeah, you can make a perception check.
And that could be for Taylor. It could also be for other dangers.
Yeah.
Just look looking around in general. Oh, no, I meant what I'm just gonna say. That was cut. Okay. That wasn't great. That was a 10.
10. You don't see Taylor anywhere. It's that you turn and you see like Dahina, more silhouette, just Taylor's gone. On the 10 though, you do hear like somewhere alarm is going off of like, okay, there's been attack, everything, like this isn't good. But you know it's not like too immediate, it just means you probably can't stay here.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing like, oh, in a round or two. It's just that like, ooh, yeah, eventually people are gonna arrive.
So here's what I'm going to do then. Okay. How big is the hole in the ground?
Currently, it's not like Looney Tunes gibbon shaped of like boom boom. It is still a good 10 by 10 hole.
Can I get around it easily, or
Yeah, just make a quick athletics or acrobatics, either
If I
like jump or.
can I just step over it?
Unfortunately, no. It is not a 5-foot hole that is steppable or like
if I am
hoppable.
giant, because giants might.
Oh, giants
Can I
might.
step over it?
It's just a low DC 10 acrobatics or athletics.
And if you miss, I'll catch you.
If you miss, we just see
Lands on the guy.
very Yoshi down to the
What is
ground.
my- you said athletics?
Yes.
Athletic. Oh, I plus 8. No.
Yeah, you're good.
That was a natural 20.
You do step over the hole. Because you never know. And in that one, we always got to know. But yeah, so you like look, get ready to jump, and then just like put one leg out, lean, and just other side, back up. You're good.
10-foot leg span.
Maybe
Yikes.
it's my tail. Just.
Yeah, tail kind of
If
it's
you
like
full
try.
trigger, where you like boing,
Boing,
boing.
Gets on the tail
Um,
and then just like.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Get you to the other
It's
side,
like
back with full party.
Salbridge, but I'm just really
Mhm.
freaking dexterous. So
Yeah.
I just walk over.
Black Opal, that is your turn.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna like. I definitely like saw him coming down, and then I was like, after I incinerated the one, I was like, dang it, I wanted the shield. Hey, save me the shield on the other one, and then I look up to survey the scene, see that Taylor gone, and be like, oh shit. And then I'm gonna look for her.
Excellent. Make a perception check.
Hey,
You can make a perception check.
I wanted to ask if I could do something kind of roleplay, kind of like.
On your turn. We're still in initiative until the Marine's dead, even though there's very little chance he's
There's
getting
very
out.
little left of him left.
Yes, I'll actually say the shield is gone. Like, I don't know if we can really save that after, like 3 drops.
I'm so sorry. That was
11.
Not
Yeah.
seeing it.
So I'm gonna hop over the hole.
Quick athletics.
Brutal. Is that the same number both times?
No. You're going to jail, man.
What'd you get?
So,
What'd you get?
my athletics is +1.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And
For-
I rolled a 3. Even to like go around the hole.
Since I nat 20, can I just? Whoop,
I'm gonna say there is still damage to be had.
Can I just misty step to the other side? Once I realize I'm.
I'll
falling?
say the second you realize you fall inside, like, ah, and just like instinctive whoop. Yes, for sure. You will have to use Misty Step, but that will negate
For
Oh,
one of your 2 spells.
12d6.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have let him hit the ground.
But there's still force of fall.
How far is misty
Whiplash.
step?
Right, like someone grabs you, but still like whack.
Over the past the hole, past the fire. So I don't have to
Yeah,
do
like
that
yeah.
either.
Really, the hole's really the big thing right now, and so that's whew, Misty Step out.
Then I'm just gonna yell, "The stupid sister escaped."
Great.
Val, that's your turn. Before we get to the Space Marine's poor attempt to hit Gibbon. I've already made the rules. It's not happening.
Okay, can I yell to Raoul that Taylor's hurt?
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
I can do?
She's hurt.
Okay.
She hasn't rested. Like, it's more just exhausted
I'm
her.
going
Yeah.
to not invasively probe the mind, but I'm going to send a message to Halo.
Awesome. Go ahead. You're gonna have to give me though with some of this. It's still a perception check to know the location. Like being blind isn't bad, but it's like it's the disadvantage of blindness, but the advantage of everyone telling you and everything. There's enough of
17?
how
I mean, if you're doing detect thoughts, you could
is
figure out where they are.
what's 10?
Well, detect
17.
thoughts
You
is
can
the
send a
same.
message. Yes.
I can?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to do the 25 or can I roll this?
No, this is message like cantrip range.
Okay,
You don't have
thank
to. No, this isn't sending.
This is Al. I understand your want to run. But I want to remind you that this isn't just our battle. This is a battle for the galaxy as we know it. Your safety, your livelihood, your way of life. Your sister is one of the smartest and bravest people I've ever known. I do not know how your people value merit, but I believe that it is wise to stay with us. And, to be quite honest, if you work with us, there might be a chance of partnership.
You gonna come make me a persuasion check in the box of doom?
Also, I promise I wasn't trying to diss the Halo, but, you know,
What's your bonus?
+1.
+1. Okay.
Anybody have
And
a
this is a new
guidance?
roll. It's not because this isn't like your check. Go.
Can I guidance myself?
No, because that would be another action. Yep. Here we go.
Feel it. Feel divine.
Box of doom.
Partner, please. Right.
It's nat 13.
We got water in somehow.
Gonna roll.
Get back
Yikes.
to Tony Stark.
Well, he said yikes, so yeah.
On a nat 13, here's what you get back. And I will even flavor this as given. You're gonna kill this dude. So, in the background, there's just a constant of
Well,
just
Sort of.
sort of. We'll get to that in that second.
But there is violence happening.
Give me his shield.
Violence will be occurring. All you get back is this. Keep her safe. Not that she needs your help.
We both know that she doesn't. But I will.
Goodbye, Starfleet.
How much money did you take from us?
Check your own pocketbooks.
Okay, check my pocketbook.
I'm now going to make the official roll. How much she was able to grab. I'm rolling this with disadvantage. She did not.
Whoa.
It's not like she was sitting there just
Whoa.
like grabbing it all, but there was a fair amount.
We based off of AC because we know Gibbon's got.
It's not an AC.
I feel like she's still a full mill.
I'll just seduce the guy, don't worry.
That
I mean,
was.
he did too. We had to figure
I'm
this
going
out.
to again with the disadvantage saving you from 80%. 61%. I'll be super nice. Yeah, she took a cool mill. Enough that yeah, she can buy a small ship, get out. In theory, never be seen again.
I hope so.
Gibbon, on your turn, how do you take out? the
Oh,
left?
I grab this guy and I teleport back up to the top of the hole. Then I fly 50 feet on a diagonal. So when I drop him, he'll hit this top deck. And then as my that is technically my action, but I'm gonna make a perception check to see if I can see Tahina.
Excellent. Yeah.
Ayla.
Where is she?
Where's Tahina go? Tahina, our friend.
Because your passive is.
My
20.
passive is a 20. Does that just do it in 8?
Doesn't
okay,
do a
so I'll
passive.
roll.
That is why I would have let you know the second you get up. But yes, the passive 5d6 that I just rolled is enough to kill this dude. You get
It's just an 18.
18. You start looking up, and it's that sinking. There's so many alleyways and roads. It's looking really bad.
Which way was she going?
Opposite of where the now corpse of the Marines are, like, you know, the one that's half and the one that's goo on the floor was the opposite way of the hole, kind of like where Dahina and Val.
Big pause.
Oh.
I have thermal vision. And it is to 60 feet.
Thermal vision, while it will help, it is still then perception based because
So
it's which thermal imager
Hey,
At
I
least
is.
have
get
advantage on
advantage,
perception. Can
though.
I give the help action?
Well,
No, I'll give this. I'll say with thermal vision you can have advantage.
okay,
I'll
because
give
here's
you
what
that.
I'm thinking. A big fucking bomb just went off. Anybody who's still here and isn't actively sprinting away is as part of a crowd. Like, the crowd's got away before she would be getting
yeah.
away, right? So
Is she clever enough to try to start blending with crowd? Did she take a solo
is
back
she
alley?
fast enough to catch up to the
Exactly.
crowds, you know?
Solo people. Oh,
You don't give
come do this in the box today, because this is. I will say this is our last check because then it's going to be her turn.
Kiss it, Lincoln.
No, I
Little
don't kiss
switch,
them. I just throw them. I can't even see. It's too dark.
Fuck.
This is why you chose
The
this
only
With
thing
advantage, right?
that
Should've
was
given
with
that little
advantage.
Well, I'd already rolled one.
This was this to see if we can
Was
higher.
it not one?
No, it wasn't horrible. It just wasn't great. So we're
Yeah.
keeping the 18.
Keeping the 18. It's
Damn it.
there's about 5 different figures that do seem solo, but it's okay. Out of these 5 runners, so 3 of them seem humanoid. One is probably the Janite that we just met because it seems to be kind of rolling. But within seconds, given it's going to make Dahina and Taylor's turn, where Taylor can then action dash, bonus action dash, just sprint. We are going to then exit initiative.
I'm saying this in the kindest way possible. Anyone who steals a full million when the world is at stake is a piece of shit.
She's literally a pirate, so.
I'll say this in the kindest way possible. If I ever see your sister again, I'm gonna fucking kill her.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say that too.
I was honoring her before because she's your sister and we needed her.
But
If I ever see
this
her
was
again,
the
she's...
line and she crossed it.
All of you seeing here, Sal,
I
you
would
now
not
know
kill your sister, but I agree with the
you've got,
sentiment that
based
that
on
would be
some of
shit.
your passive, maybe 2 minutes before authorities arrive.
Love
At least-
you though, Dahina.
At
Okay,
least
that's
as
No, yeah, this is you. We love you. Oh, come on.
This is
But
totally
your sister will
This
be.
is
Sal-
shitty
Hey,
amazing that August
your
Tyler.
sister
You
knows
are great.
shove everyone.
Sal just starts,
Towards the
as you
ship.
guys are trying to
Yeah,
have this talk with
well,
Dana,
no,
Sal just starts like
absolutely.
hurting you out of
Yeah.
the. I will say,
Thank you.
Val, are you going to be using any last greater or lesser restrictions to cure your blindness?
Yeah, no, I'll do
At
that.
least
One
this
last
is if we can't buy
Oh, I'm still
with
gonna be pissed.
our full.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, but like
Oh yeah, no,
If
we
we
will
can't
need to
get
have your
what we
sister
need-
look into it.
I will
With
charge
the
you
million?
only 1.5. Yeah, no. As you head off, I will ask a group stealth check. We just, as a group, need a majority pass of DC 10. It's just, as everyone's running, you don't want to get caught by any Imperium officials running this way
So I
going, what
pass a
just happened?
stealth.
Yeah, stealth.
17.
17, okay.
23.
Holy shit, that's a double crit.
Doing
Double
this-
crit!
Because I have advantage and I
they're
crit
all
on
kind
both of them.
You're good.
Crit,
That
crit.
Your normal
Fuck's sake.
stealth check.
I think we've already
I think
that
I'm just so
easily-
angry. I'm still searching for Taela, just like going through all the side alleys, just like I know there's no chance, but I'm just like, but you know, turning over every can. You know?
every single possible way.
24.
24. You guys are fucking smoke on the water, just gone. Within
I play smoke on
The
the
water backwards.
about a half hour pass of just like staying in the alley, blending back into crowds. It's not uncommon that fights break out here. It is just that though of like, hey, we would like some decorum because we want to buy our weapons fair and square before murdering people. To that level. Half hour passes. All of you are then standing on Arabi. Dahina, your tricorder easily can find the Janite again. Hoiseka is just, that's the easy part. It's now, Taylor is gone. And I would ask, what are you feeling in this moment?
Depressed and pissed. My abandonment issues have been triggered
All again.
Ugh.
Feeling this, I will say though, that immediate hand on the shoulder of your companions though.
She sucked anyway.
Taylor,
Do
it's a-
not.
She did. She's a piece of shit. Logically, she's a piece of shit.
Logically.
Emotionally, we're sorry.
Again.
Emotionally,
Sounds
we're
doesn't
sorry.
too good with conflict. Just starts humming.
Logically,
I know it is
we're
not the same thing.
angry.
But I have an ex-husband
You what?
who is a piece of shit.
It's
I don't
like
have to tell you
never
everything.
came up really.
If you guys wanted to look more into, no, it's fine.
No, we're not getting to that.
It
It's
wasn't
not.
important because we were in the depths of your mind and you
That's
never
true.
showed up.
Never
so.
showed up.
For reasons. But yeah, for
No, shut
reasons.
up.
Oh, it was a little sausage boy.
Is that
It's a little sausage.
Sausage boy.
The old
Was
sausage
it really?
boy.
That's part of the backstory. Is that
You married a human?
Yeah.
and then through a trial of combat where he basically faked his own death.
Ugh,
He
class.
That's
ran away.
Classic.
I mean, I did that not even 2 hours ago. You helped me.
You helped me do that.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Anywho, so are we gonna go buy this tritanium or?
Yeah.
So they're gonna go buy the tritanium. What I'm trying to say to you is people can be pieces of shit. and
Passively,
still
yeah.
belong to you.
Start heading off. Would anyone else like to go with Gibbon and Black Opal to get that?
To get their
It's
tritanium.
nice to know that
Tritanium.
you have people who
Basically,
are less
yeah.
pieces of
You
shit.
threw head off.
And I kind of point to, the people have been called, hopefully we're less pieces of shit. To help you out.
Gibbon, Black
Falling out for
Opal,
the sister.
and
That's not
Sal. As Dehina and Val, it's just taking a moment, just under again one of these large awnings of just stop and think. Finding the Janite's easy. Walking through again another just like turn a corner back alley, tricorder ping. You find his saw, and it looks like he's been there for years, right? Like you couldn't tell that he just set up maybe 10 minutes ago. Sees you approaching, just yes, I see we have lost 2 companions. Well, but of course it makes buying things easier, less to split money. Yes.
Sure. How much shit you got?
Did you get me that shield, by the way?
You
Oh,
want?
I dropped that guy's body so that you could grab him. I didn't drop him back down the hole. I dropped him beside the.
Okay.
And I will
Could
say
I have-
that shield is gone.
Like, one that doesn't it like recharge after a time, or is it like?
Recharge. I'm saying the amount of sheer velocity just is just. This was not a you have won me in a fair fight. Take mine. This was just like beat the shit out of him.
Well, and the last time I dropped him, I only dropped him like an extra 40 feet because I didn't want him to.
Only.
Okay, compared to the.
Come on,
compared
120,
to the
120,
240 I'd
40.
already
A
done to him.
280 foot combined altogether. Yeah.
My
You
bad.
see, you want tritanium for sexual favor. Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what we're going with.
How much you need? I have been playing these Imperium. They do not like me selling tritanium because I assume you want pure?
Yeah, the purest you got.
Yes. He is going to pull out one of these little crates, crack it open. Inside you see very, what we would call that, almost like English muffin size, like a small, just little disc, but very dense, of glossy metal. Right, I have person. They grabbed this before smelted and combined into alloy. I have 10 cases, but this is pure. Each case will be 50,000 latinum.
How much do we have?
Still have $1 million.
We have
Still
$1
no.
million plus.
750.
Shoot.
All
So
to-
we-
If we buy all 10 of them, we'll still have 500,000.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so we're good.
I think you added an
I want
extra.
to try and
zero.
I
haggle
thought he was
down
saying
It's basically
half a mil for
full-
each
No,
one.
fifty.
No, no,
50.
half a mil for each, or for all together. Yes.
No,
So we can afford it.
yeah.
I'm gonna still try and haggle him down.
Right.
With
Um,
my lizardly wiles.
45.
Blink,
Can we
blink.
please
No,
put
I'm gonna
Sal
straight up
in
just try
a.
and seduce him.
Yeah, go make me a persuasion check.
They've got an any.
Okay.
What?
I don't say that.
Mine is
Can we
purely
put
inside
Sal
my
in
body.
a Roger Rabbit-esque dress with like the full cut and be like,
The idea of a Jessica Rabbit but
Jessica
lizard
Rabbit,
folk
lizard
wearing
folk.
the Jessica Rabbit
They're all
is
lizard people.
something
Points at
that
the red
I
string.
think is gonna cause me trauma that I will have to deal with a therapist. So no.
Okay, you said it was persuasion.
It is a persuasion check though.
I'm gonna
Plus
give you
one
a
to per-
help.
persuasion.
Yeah, help action will give you the bonus.
oh, no, okay.
Wait,
You
how
have
about you?
advantage because
Okay.
Have advantage.
Okay. Okay, that was a 13.
13.
Oh wait, no,
does-
that was a 15. So 16. Total.
You just lean into this
He's like,
Janite.
"Say, lizard, I like you good."
I cannot reproduce anymore. I do
Doesn't
not
have
need.
to be for reproduction.
Ah! Business, not pleasure. I see.
What?
You want to reproduce not for reproduction, therefore it is business. Is
Sex
it
isn't
not pleasure?
just for reproduction.
Is it not pleasure to bring beings of intelligences into the galaxy? I find pleasure in that.
I thought of it that way.
Yeah,
So
no,
just
so
has a
business,
blank
just
stare.
So right.
yeah,
Well,
it's
that's-
purely carnal sexual favor.
Is that what? Does that interest you?
Not at all.
Okay, we'll
I'm-
make her stop if you drop the price.
I've using a listen. This is hard to find these days. The Imperium does not want me selling them. I do not know why. So I simply say, my set price is my set price.
49.
Fair enough.
50.
50, and you give us a bunch of those flashbangs.
Oh, all right. 50 flashback. Go ahead and make me a new persuasion check. Is
Of like,
a new term of deal? Like, okay, let's not try the
of
price,
like
but
we'll buy it all, but we want a few
That's
flashbangs.
a 15.
Would I be able to give
15.
the help?
Yes, you can give that. It's like given help Sal Black Opal
15.
15. Jeez. Synth, 17 on the die. A little. He does have a plus
That was
4.
a
This
lot
is kind of his
higher.
business. All right. No.
I should have made the roll.
I
How
could
can you
give
show
you
Oh, yeah, these
your
are-
tritanium. You want a few of my bombs? They are rather good, no? How about this? I can give you 2 bombs, each 5,000 credit.
With 5,000 credit discount on the tritanium, so it's 50,000, right?
No,
Let's
2
just-
bomb, 10k.
This is so wild because I'm
Wait,
willing to negotiate here. And
Yeah,
you're
it's-
just so okay.
wait. I thought you were saying 5k for 2 bomb.
Yes.
So
You are
10K
buying additional
is
product.
for bomb.
You say you want bomb. I give you bomb for 5,000 latinum.
Sal's just gonna start humming again. Too
See,
much math.
and there we go. It's a total of 510,000
I
latinum.
put my axe on the table.
Oh, you sell the axe.
What are you gonna? What can you do for that? What's that? Actually, what the hell is that?
Do you?
Oh,
do
you
know?
that
oh
too.
you are not sell. Here.
No, yeah, I have no clue what this is. So if it's really
He's going to
valuable,
bring out
you can buy it
his
for cheap.
face kind of perfectly melds into that full front-facing eye, and he brings out these kind of bifocal-looking. This is Imperium axe.
Yeah, it's a keepsake from my mommy.
From my mommy.
Is that what you call Emperor?
No.
No.
Back in.
You guys are mom.
Well, if I understand correct,
Actually, my daddy.
you've got axe. This axe is powerful. It holds metal. A common word would be adamantine.
Mm.
Powerful. Give you a good boost.
Green eye.
Yes. Listen, I see. It's been a long day. Latinum for titanium,
Yeah.
500,000. I give you a bomb, 5,000 latinum.
2 bombs for 5,000. That was what you said.
At first. You did.
I pull out my tricorder that plays it back.
Very well. Very well.
But
Yeah.
yes, deal.
Sure. Whatever.
Excellent. Go ahead, just knock down that 505,000. Does so and hands you some of these crates cases, each containing what we would call a pound of
Definitely
tritanium.
Opening every single one and scanning each one.
Oh, he'll let you. Yeah, it's kind of that common courtesy of, oh yeah, we've made the deal, and like I would be the dick to like try to just leave. So yeah, he helps show each of these are 100% pure.
Wonderful.
I'm just gonna add the flashbangs, and then whenever I go to use them, you can just tell me what they do.
Yep. Basically incendiary grenades, but also can trigger a flashbang effect. But
Are incendiary grenades actual items in this?
in Star Wars 5e, we'll have to
Yes.
Block of incense.
block of
Yes.
incense. Yeah,
Blocks
it is
of incense.
same thing. Val and Dahina, after you guys kind of have this like moment talking about everything, you see your 3 friends walking back up with the tritanium.
For them. And us, I suppose.
You've got.
Are we at our shuttle?
Yes, I will say you can head back to the shuttle before like discussing openly again.
Are you going to be alright?
Yeah.
Let me know if you need anything, but please tell me specifically, because I don't know how to. Sure. Right.
So when we walk back into the shuttle, I think first things first, I lock down the tritanium that we bought, and then I disperse the money. I don't know if it was already dispersed, but if it wasn't, I just make sure we all have equal amounts.
Equal amount. Yeah.
There's 5 of us, so that would be
Just under 100,000 each.
Yeah.
Then just fully ignoring all the shit that just happened. Just okay, where do we go next?
well.
We could go and wait for McTavish's order.
Or we can use one of them and go
try
back
to test our assumptions.
and try and get to us
How much
with the tritanium.
How much would it
before we all
take to go
split up.
back like an hour and a half?
Here's yeah, I will kind of give this for free because Orson made again sealed record that Black Opal and Namora and people, it's the worst kept secret aboard your ship.
Yeah.
Orson burned a ounce of pure tritanium and was able to go back 12 hours. You now have about 10 pounds of tritanium. Now, here's what we're going to do, is kind of in that very math, looking at this logically.
Go back like 8 days? 80 days?
80 days, there is a bit of experimentation. You don't know if 1 ounce is also equal to the physical mass of 1 humanoid android. That would be a bit of guesswork of what's the equal amount of size and mass to the fission, and of course the big thing, you would need access to something to be able to safely create the energy explosion to start the fission process. You
So
could
you kind of need like a lab to work at.
bit of a lab. It's not impossible to outfit the Shagger Rats to do that, but it would be what we would call irreversible, because it's like we're breaking our ship to make a lab to perform nuclear fission. We can't just like say, "Oop, okay, we're done," and like put it back together.
Then we just have the old Shagger Rats.
Well, but then
If it doesn't work.
do we don't know what kind of paradox that would cause. Because if we go back and steal ours, then doesn't mean we never did it in the first place.
Exactly. And that's the final thing I was going to bring up is, and there's still a bit of, we've yet to know what are the time travel rules of our world, right? What
So
theory was
How did
correct.
Orson burn it?
Orson burned it in the warp core area of the Confidence in a safe contain. They brought one of the labs down, and he actually did it in one of the vent areas where, in case anything went wrong, basically if it just exploded, Orson would just die. He'd like take one for the team and vent it all out into just energy, right? Like just die. That was in a way where they took the lab, brought it in, and had it connected up. Basically, just Orson in a to give like a good D&D example, a 5x5 foot square, like one of our little D&D squares, and just started the process in this room on his own. It's not hard, especially being at Arabi, to find a lab equipment. A good one, something like Official, is only going to run you about 60,000 credits. Like, that's what it would be to, like, buy one for the ship if you were, like, commissioning a module to be put onto the Confidence. For your guys' benefit, a $30,000 laboratory could be installed on your ship. That would just also take time. You would have to buy buy the labor part.
How much time?
That's where I have to roll, because if you... again, I should say, 30,000 credits is going to take 4 days. The more money you throw at this problem, the lower the check becomes, or the greater chance of it getting done faster.
Next question. Does our ship have, like, stats-wise, do we have, like, a cloaking capability? Can we go, refractory?
Ship does not have a cloaking capability. That's also something you could buy. Again, ship enhancements modules are things you can do. It'd be kind of the same thing of, oh, we want a laboratory, do we add in a cloaking module?
Because here's what I'm thinking. And if I'm... Gibbon is pissed. Lincoln is also very upset right now. I'm thinking we deck the ship out, make it so we can go back, and then just sit above our other fight. The second Taylor starts running her way, we just
That's what I was
swipe.
just thinking.
We just scoop her up.
Yeah. So
Is that all right?
even if we spent all 495,000,
You don't kill her.
oh, I'm gonna
Like,
beat the shit out of her. But if we
no.
can keep her from getting away and just be like, haha, you thought you were getting away? Funny.
If I get that money back, all is well.
Most as well.
It's about the latinum.
I'll probably spit in her face because she spit in my eye.
That's
still
actually
pissed
a
about
literal eye for an eye. I see that. She
I am
did.
still pissed about that.
That's fair.
But I do think it could be beneficial because one, we're getting really
But
good
you will not
upgrades.
take her life.
You gonna stop me? So we're
I
getting
will.
really good upgrades to the ship, and then also we'd have $1 million back in the bank. So, and we wouldn't lose really any time.
No.
And you also won't kill her.
And you won't kill her, right?
Well, we'll see what happens when we
lose all
if
trust
we have
in
another
her.
interaction with her where she's still uncooperative, she's dead. Sorry. So that's what I'm thinking. If not, we have a couple. We could go to the Gorn. There's no point in going to the Orion Syndicate now.
Why are you smiling?
I have knowledge.
But as far as we know,
Yeah.
There's
No, yeah, it's like, in going through our options, like, do we stay here? The Gorn are an option. Syndicate doesn't hold a lot of water right now. Even
But-
with Taylor, it's that, like, do we go somewhere where, again, this whole prophecy of, like, we die here doesn't, like, sound great.
I can steal my mama.
true.
Get some Sector 31 intelligence.
How about
This
this?
is Sector 31 before it's cleared out.
I feel like that's not something we can do as just us, though. We'd have to have Captain McTavish aware. That's another thing. We could go back to before any of
Before
this shit happened
all
and
of us
tell
split
McTavish
up.
before any of this started happening and let McTavish know and change the entire game plan. We have the capacity to do that.
See, but the thing is, we could just go back, hide the remainder of all of the Tritanium somewhere that McTavish would have access to. if he's still alive. We don't know that.
But we have no way to contact him. So if we're waiting on connecting to back with the confidence, we will be sitting on our ass and twiddling our thumbs until they reach out to us.
It's true.
That's truly just not an option at this point. We already wasted a couple days. We thought making money so that we'd be decked out. I mean, we're still okay at this point.
Yeah.
We're nowhere near as good.
Oh, in terms of Galaxy, you're still far richer than most people in Galaxy right now.
Yeah.
But
Can I mentally talk to Gibbon and say, I need you to tell Tahina that you will not kill Tahela.
I need you to shut up and listen to my orders.
I need you to do that or else there might be a mutiny.
If there is, they're off the ship. They know that the fate of the fucking universe is at hand, right? I get that
But
it's
you
their
also
sister.
understand one of our main science officers, it's their sister. If we
Bummer.
had killed your friend, if he had been an ass to us, would we have killed him?
I was ready to kill him in that arena if he didn't take the fall.
What we have to keep in mind is that with Star Trek, we all... Sorry, I messed it up because I'm tired.
We're in the world of Star Trek.
I'm tired. With Starfleet,
No, yeah.
we come from vastly different backgrounds.
We
and
do.
someone close to you means different than somebody close to me or somebody close to Tahina.
I understand that, but when we're in crunch time and every decision means not just us, but hundreds of thousands of trillions of lives are at stake, right? If Khan is truly in charge
I
of this all,
understand that too. I need us all to be on the same page.
okay, I won't fucking kill your sister immediately. Does that make you happy, Val?
Immediately.
If she
Was
proves,
that out loud?
if she proves to be a danger, if she proves that she still continues to not be trusted and will not listen to reason, I'm not going to have her around.
That's reasonable.
But I will restrain myself initially.
Okay.
Also,
Thank you.
time out. As Lincoln, I love you both.
I love
This is
you.
fully just
No, that's always good in D&D.
Yeah.
I was
We're
going to
good?
jump in and be like, are we all good? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, if the idea is then head down, find a mechanic, install a cloaking device and a fission laboratory, something that like Val and Tahina, you guys could be able to operate and like do the heavy lifting, so to speak, scientifically.
He's also saying.
Well, yes, but specifically xenobiology is different than like better medicinal nuclear fission. Different science, different strokes, different folks.
I'm like,
So I'm medicinal biology. What kind of biology are you?
Xena.
Yeah.
Xena?
like,
I think I'm just
people.
biology.
Yeah. I guess,
don't know.
yeah, no, I guess all three
Plant
of you could
people,
probably
races.
then join in. Point is, how much money then do you want to spend? Because it would be the same amount of money. I looked it up. For a cloaking device on your ship, it's another 30K. So altogether, a baseline 60K, and it takes you a week to accomplish. Or 8 days to accomplish, because 4 days, 4 days.
How short can we get that?
Short days, basically, if you spend an additional 10K on both, I'll re-roll a D4, and that time could go lower. It's that, hey, if we're willing to spend another 10K just on labor, are you willing to work overtime? Are you willing to do
I'm
stuff?
willing to spend an extra 400K.
Mhm.
Like, I'm willing to... Because if we
If it's 400K, I will tell you that if you're willing to spend another
I mean,
40...
I'm not saying we'll spend all
Well, yes.
of it, but if I'll spend 60,000 on materials and
and
labor,
then like
and then an
another
extra 100K.
Yeah, that will negate the rule. Is they will have it done in 8 hours.
I vote we do that. We take a long rest. We relax a little. Not relax, but
But, you know, sleep,
Yeah,
heal
rest
up.
up.
Find one of those shield things.
I can tell you now that's going to be very hard to do without killing someone for it. It is one of those special things. I have to be very careful who gets access to those, and the Imperium really does keep a tight hold.
Yeah, I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
fair.
Here we go.
Okay. So I just spent 160K.
Okay, that's going to negate 8 hours. Everyone can take the benefits of long rest. So spell points back. No poison condition. Gibbon, go ahead. Just make me a real quick con save.
Oh no! Oh
You still
no!
okay?
Your
I can
kidney
help.
stones.
I shit my pants. It's an 11.
11. Well, DC 10. It's
Oh,
not bad.
perfect.
It's very low chance of failure, especially because it's only a minor kidney thing. It's just okay. You're not poisoned
Kidney
for
stone.
the
Okay, this
duration.
sounds bad. Can I tell he's not okay?
Oh, all of you know, but it's like
I mean, I threw up in his mouth.
This is
like,
just Val and
At
Dakina
this point,
and
I'm good.
Black Opal. It's that like
I make a scan. What does he need? A
well,
new kidney?
At this point,
you
I'm
would
good.
need access to a full medical hospital to full replicated kidney. This is Gibbon. You only have the equivalent of 2 more days, and you're good. It's just that awkward. There's a chance you get poisoned for one of those days in case something
Yeah.
starts getting bad.
But I'm resistant to poison damage.
Hey.
Well, exactly,
So,
right?
because I'm a prepared caster, can I learn the spell Feign Death?
Perhaps.
Because I'm thinking with a plan, the ability to make a fake. Well, I say fake body. To put someone in a Juliet sense like dead body for
Yes.
24 to 48 hours. What is it? What's the duration? An hour. Yeah. But still.
Clerics are able. Yep.
That'd be useful.
Touch wood. It's literally the equivalent of we're medically slowing your heart, calming down all your vital organs, keeping you in a state where, unless someone spent a good hour observing this creature, no one could tell they weren't dead.
And at any point, I could bring
No,
them
yeah,
back.
cleric's prepared caster. It's kind of that you get that ready.
Sick.
Here we go. 8 hours pass. To which I will also say the amount of money the mechanics you go to are going to provide like luxury-esque beds, food. Like, oh, you're willing to drop not only the required parts money, but like an additional double the stuff. Yes, take my bed, eat my food. Like, you're all good to stay here. No
Doing
questions
that awkward
asked.
Airbnb thing where it's like, is this part of the stuff we're allowed to eat?
Exactly, and
Their
but like.
stuff.
We've probably spent enough money on it. Like, no, you guys have all that
We
time
become
then
aunts
to
and
rest.
uncles to their children.
Yeah, like getting to know the like random little like Romulans running
Gibbon
around.
spends 8 hours playing catch with a kid. Well, no, with the kid.
And then like teleporting over. It's just, they will give you. Here's kind of the base mechanics. All you need to know. Your ship, it's just an action to trigger the cloaking device, and it works just like an invisibility spell, like we know in D&D, where if you take any attacks or any actions in the ship, it will drop. But unlike invisibility, there is no charge limit, there's no spell slot. This is something your ship can just keep doing unless you somehow have such intense damage just to the system. The laboratory.
So this is an independent system. It's not through the whole thing.
No, it is through the whole. Sorry, yes, your cloaking device is through your whole ship on the Shagarats.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about like, oh, we're only cloaked, but like not our underside. The entire ship,
That's-
all exterior.
That's not what I mean. I mean the
Oh.
wiring is through. Is it
Oh,
through the main
yes.
system, or is it its own little
It
module
is
thing?
through its own little module thing.
Okay.
So if you ever wanted to, you could pay someone to uninstall, sell it for parts, whatever.
So it's an independent system.
It is an independent system, yes.
So if we have
Uh,
a surge, then we're okay.
And
Yeah.
the laboratory is very similar, where now a little less space, yes, in your shuttle, but now there is a full laboratory, again, meant to be, worst case scenario, sealable and ventable, right? Like, you would never want to start playing around with nuclear fission, because you shouldn't, and have something go wrong and you just all die. It's completely preventable, where even if it looks like it's bad, seal, and it's going to vent excess energy, radiation, anything. Yes, Black Opal, then give it.
So, would I be able to find some kind of cuff
Mhm.
or like handcuffs that aren't basic handcuffs, but ones that would be way hard to pick yourself out of?
One of the mechanics will give you handcuffs for the amount of money you spend.
Just like,
Like meta cuffs.
yeah, ones that would be a lot harder for Dayla to get out of.
Yeah. What
if
we would
catch her.
call stockade cuffs, like they're not just little, like it's just like a brick where you put your hands in and the kinetic and energy just like lock your hands in. There's not like it's literally being pushed in by pure energy. Only real way to get those off is literally it does require someone with free hands. It's not like something where she could just go, I'm just gonna hit it until it
Yeah,
breaks.
or like it's close enough that you can kind of.
Pick it. It literally it keeps the hands separated, keeps them there. Everything is, and again, and the best part is they're not like painful either. Like where even normal cuffs, like I'm gonna break my wrist, you can't. It's keeping them suspended right now. Yes, I will allow that. Here we go. 8 hours have passed. The laboratory and all your stuff is set up.
I want to like take over the lab as soon as
Yeah.
it's set up. I'm like
Well,
in charge of the lab. This
start
is my
to-
thing. I've got my lab coat
Little
on.
lab
I
coat,
am so
Goggles, everything.
You know, running. You know,
Mhm.
tests on everything. Just
Here we
fully
go.
into it.
This laboratory is outfitted for nuclear fission.
Mine's just a thing for when the thing happens.
Yes. I will say this: you've got 10 pounds of pure titanium. An ounce can get you 12 hours. But that was 12 hours of a single humanoid. How would you like to experiment? This is uncharted territory. Do you want to increase based on the size of your shuttle? Which is, by D&D standards, it is a huge creature, or construct. It is not large, because like Sal can become large. Like if Sal wants to, Sal could just grow and fill the interior, but your ship, your shuttle, is huge, right? Meaning, in theory, it's 3 times as large as a medium humanoid, like Connor Orson would have been if they were
So we need
jumping.
5 ounces, then another 3 for the ship.
Or is it the ship itself supersedes our needs? So if we get the ship, it takes us.
That's where I will say I can't tell you. It is a leap of faith. Would you rather be more cautious
If we
or
use less, will we go a shorter amount of time?
very possibly? That's like a passive insight of
Then,
if it's not the right amount,
Let's
it's probably
go
less
with
time.
the less amount of just like
and if we
the ship
So
taking all this.
so would it be 3 ounces for the ship
Mhm.
to go
And then
back?
Us inside.
3 ounces, and if we're inside, is that an additional 5 ounces? Basically half a pound.
But is that to get back as far as we want to go, or is that just...
That would be taking you, in theory, 12 hours back in time.
So if we just did 3, then maybe it only takes us, 4.5 hours. And then we know, and we can burn more. But if the 3 is enough and it takes the ship and us inside it,
Yeah.
great.
I agree. Do we need to be like out of orbit, kind of?
Yes,
Yeah,
I will
although-
say simple enough of, yes, a passive
We
like
have life support
well,
systems on.
out of orbit
so
and like that
basically-
classic listen, everything is constantly in motion in space, so we're accounting for like if we were to jump back, we're not going to be like right above a planet, we're going to be like how many thousands of miles away. It's you can make the calculation. Actually, give me just quick intelligence based check of just like playing that out, but it's like a DC 10.
And
There's
August,
low chance
I
failure.
know you're not this kind of DM, but
Yeah.
is there any sort of fuckery where, like, if we only burn the 3, the ship might leave without us and then we're stuck? Or is it...
Leap of faith. I would love to just say an easy no, but there is mechanics involved in
Okay, well,
this.
my ship is... My armor is
15.
vacuum sealed.
15. Easy enough, and I will say it's that
I'm gonna throw on a little.
passive mass, like, hey,
Yeah,
worst case scenario, if we're
think we
suddenly in the
should all-
middle
I
of
can hold
space.
my breath for 15
I
minutes.
also-
Exactly.
A-
Everyone,
I think we should.
For
I
15
like-
minutes, not for a day, and I give him a life support system too.
well, yeah, it's like, just get
Fair enough.
in the
I was
box
just
of
gonna put it
doom.
in your bag.
Akina, I would love for you to roll. This is going to be a pure luck check,
Is there?
but
I was gonna say, is there help at all, or like any
No.
additional
Wait,
adding?
in the
this-
thing I texted you have?
Since there's
if it works.
multiples
Okay.
of us. Did you roll a nat 1?
Don't say a word. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that's an at 1.
All of you watch
Guidance?
I've done
Akina
that.
To make sure it's not a failure, guidance?
taking 3 ounces of pure titanium. Put it inside a little dish. Start up machine whirring fission as this thing starts superheating, getting ready to rend away the very elements of this pure element. All of you watch as warning signs start flashing all over the Shagarats. Energy needs to be vented before you can hit vent. Are you ready to learn the first law of time travel?
Oh.
I don't
The
think we have
first-
a choice.
Law of time travel. Energy expended on physical material extends to that of conjoined material.
Can you say that again?
Energy expended on physical material extends to any conjoined material.
We're not conjoined.
You are.
We are.
As you are in the proximity and have the ability, using 3 ounces, enough for your ship, that anything on the interior time travels with you. Something unknown to the bridge crew that no one really thought into, everything inside of Orson, his datapad records, because he's technically a bit hollow, traveled with him. You now know this for a fact, as on a natural 20,
Oh,
You little, parentheses lovingly, you little bitch.
As Gibbon's sitting there like, what's going on?
right before Black Opal getting ready to hit vent, everything, this might kill us. Hina, you watch time and space rend. Split. I would like everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
No, please.
Oh, he's cocked.
Yay.
My
Yeah,
problem
that's
with my
cocked.
characters never make me too
That's cocked too.
Fuck,
Are you kidding me?
think
I got 2 cocked rolls, and so I was like, oh, I'll have to re-roll those. And the one that wasn't cocked, you know what it is?
I would love to know what it is.
You know what it is, August?
Nat one?
It's an at 1, and that
Nat
just
1.
hurts me. That hurts me a
You
lot.
should've rolled a different
dice.
I should have, but it's been nice to me tonight. It's given me multiple
Yeah,
nat
that's
20s.
why it was being nice. You're just like, no, don't use me.
Yeah,
Black
Actually,
Opal?
you didn't listen.
it's going away.
I got an 18 plus 4, so 22.
22?
19 plus 6, so 25.
25?
Oh, 14.
14?
16.
15? 16, sorry.
Hey,
DC was 15, sorry. So, Val and Gibbon,
Oh no.
everything grows in color and light. Your eyes defy the physics of space as poof, there is nothingness. Your body immediately feels convulsive and wrong as the natural laws of physics break in this moment, or rather I should say your currently perceived laws of physics break. As Sal, Black Opal to Hina, everything comes back in. The brightness of your eyes stop as color seems to pulsate, bring in. You're still in the Shagorhans. The alarms have stopped. Gibbon and Val, please take a point of exhaustion. This is classic D&D 5e point of exhaustion, though, important to note. As and you throw up. Just that natural bodily function.
You at
Can
least
I
aim for the
immediately check and
trash
see
can.
how
You,
far back
No, I
we
did
went?
it in a trash can. I'm not.
the ship is giving you
Don't
an
worry,
error
Sal, clean up.
message.
No!
It is both the current stardate, but sensors indicate that due to the closest planet of Arabi, you are currently at a stardate 12 hours in the past.
Haha, it worked!
Hit the cloaking device.
Yeah,
Cloak.
hit the cloaking.
And then
Mine
I
pick
go
up pick the pieces.
Let's go pick up Tina.
My eyes are crazed and wide. My hair is all frizzy around me. Ah, it worked!
It
Your
worked!
antennas are just like.
Are you good to... No.
You are the first
I'm
member
sorry,
of
I'm sorry.
Starfleet
Okay.
to achieve, well, actually not the first, of our generation.
We're just gonna sit
To
above
complete
our
time
previous...
travel.
Well, not above our previous
to go
battle,
home again.
slightly off to the
Val-
side.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
exactly.
Val kicks the music. You watch Val brings
I had
out a tray of margaritas that
I
they
had these
replicated.
prepped. I don't want to drink them.
She pours it out as gift.
No, I would drink the
Oh,
margarita,
you-
but the volume of the... I turn the music down.
No. Everything still hurts.
Well, that and also we fucking cloaked the shit. Like, we're trying to be a little bit quiet.
Still-
Yeah, no, we're
Like-
having a party inside. Margarita time.
I just want to down
4 hours later,
fast
all
as
of
I
you
can.
take a moment, down some margaritas, just whoa.
So, would it be like a short rest till the fight?
It would be a short rest, and not enough, unfortunately, to carry the points of exhaustion that naturally do come in. I will say yes. Anyone who wants to take a short rest, whether to get back hit points or spell slots, I don't think it will help too many people
Yeah.
because we did have a long
did
rest.
the long
These
rest.
spells
But-
don't help before you take a short rest.
You can take
Um,
your ship in and prepare.
Alright, I have this
No.
trank dart that I can put
I
on your
just have
sister
battle
if she
spells.
doesn't. Words I'm trying to say. Basically, this is Eleanor saying I have hold person.
Here's what I would
They
ask.
will immobilize.
You have invisibility, and we have these cuffs.
You have invisibility, we have cuffs, we have hold person. When do you want to try to grab Taylor?
I should rise.
So here's
I
my.
Okay. Can we get her before she steals the money? Like, while everyone else has just been blinded,
How would that affect our
Or-
present?
go down. No, everybody else is blinded. They're all looking the other way. Everybody that has sight is looking at the space marine.
So we just
I have
go.
invisibility. I sneak. I grab her before she even grabs the money.
We take
And
the money,
then-
so then continuity stays.
Yeah, I take the money that she took.
Do you have disguise self?
I have invisibility.
I have this guy's self.
We can disguise and/or slash the fact that you would see a double
You've got
of
like
us
4
and
hours
us
to
going,
prep this. Yeah, this is.
I could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, and we could just be us and
Sure.
go. Because, and then I explained the conversation I had with the sister, and it's like that could also be cryptic enough to be like, oh, she's being taken. Like, I cannot stay. People from the future are taking me by.
How much of the continuity do you want to break in this moment?
I say we stick to
We
as
save
much
as much as we can.
Okay.
Alternatively, we could rob. I guess we don't really know the method of how she robbed us. Because I was gonna say we could just make it so she swipes phony money. Like, do we know which? We would probably know which briefcase she took.
Yeah, it's like it's because
What?
not all of it was on every single
Swap
person.
it for a note that says, "Sucker." Like,
Yeah, like something,
Yeah,
or something that
she
just says we could land. Well, we still want to be above the battle to make sure everything happens. You know that we don't end.
Yeah.
But we could put a note that says like Shuttle Bay 32B. So when she goes to open it, and you know she's like shit, and then we meet her there.
Yeah.
But what if she
No,
just
smart.
doesn't show up?
We have the money.
We have the money,
Sure.
so she will show up. So then we can have a more private conversation.
If she wants some money, she would have to come back to you guys, and at that point, she's there. It's a decent plan. It's and I can't say too much because part of the mechanics of time travel is you guys do have to figure out for yourself.
I say we do it.
Gibbon's other idea was to open the back of the shuttle and jump down at her and then teleport her back up the second I land.
Grab her and go.
Beam her up, dude.
Do we
Yeah,
have
there's
a beam on our shuttle?
limited capability. It's not like
Like
the
1%
confidence,
of the
but
time.
like again, if you're that close to her, it's just we could grab her
In
as she
that case,
ran.
the second she hides from us, and the first time around, we just snag her. I didn't know we had a beam, but if we
Yeah,
do, then
it's-
absolutely.
It's
we're gonna
hard
do
to
that.
always like run because it's not like great planetary. Like unlike the confidence, which can do it from like orbit farther away.
But we
your
can be
guys'
30
capability
feet
is
above her, you
limited.
know? We can be
We can-
right on.
Yeah, if you're 30 feet above, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
you're
can
cloaked.
just wait until we see her make a break for it after
And-
the conversation.
In a show of good faith, should I make her a margarita?
Sure.
Yeah.
I look to the captain.
I'm not going to control your alcohol.
To be fair, we all have to share the replicator.
Like, I'm not. I think
Okay,
she's
I
a
make
piece
her
of
a
shit.
margarita
I'm not going
too
to say you
that has a
can't let her
note saying,
drink.
Here's
if you
what's fun.
behave.
We will then cut back.
So is that the plan then? Is we're just going to beam her up
Yeah.
after?
We're gonna wait
She's-
for her to make the to book it
Exact.
after her like mental conversation.
And I want to say, do we have like thermal scanners and everything on the?
Yep.
So I want to be.
Oh, the
essentially, we're
ship
just-
makes it. There's no check needed since you're on the ship.
Okay, I was
It's-
saying, I just want to make sure she can't just use that same hide and just.
There's no save.
disappear.
Like with you guys in real, I shouldn't say in real life, in person, it is that even with tech, can we find her? On the Shaggarats, you've got everything. you
And
need.
we're like locked onto her bio.
Exactly,
beforehand,
from the
like-
beginning. We are back to the exact same lights, music, and
Starts playing the audio from
Encounter.
20 minutes ago in the stream.
I'm not that meticulous, but I have kept notes of session because it was a possibility of us time traveling. Dehina, you watch as Taela, hands up. You can't read the lips perfectly from the shuttle, but you know what she's saying. I can't force you to come. Turns, starts running,
About 20 seconds for the mental conversation.
tracking. All of you watch on the ship. She makes a break down the alley. For her hide, she ducks into a store, climbs out the back window, continues off down a side alley, starting to make intermittent zigging back towards the main road to meet up with the group.
And then
18, 19, 20. Right before she reaches a main group, Gibbon, you know this is about the point of I was about to, and you kind of like hear that rocket booster getting ready for your move to look out to find her.
No.
somebody knocked the case out of her hands. I got the cuffs.
I have the dart.
I will say no check needed because there is 5 of you.
slapped the case out of her hands when she
Yeah.
touched it.
Sal, you can just one hand grab like Opal grab
Oink.
as to
So
Cuffs.
let's try this again.
I point
Not
to the
gonna run
margarita
away.
that has a note on it saying, "If you behave."
I'm just gonna like lick my hand and then rub it
Don't!
on her face.
Well, actually, no,
That's
she did
fair.
spit in your face. Never mind.
Now we're even.
you motherfuckers.
Guess what we figured out?
Does she see the lab that we've...
She sees that, yeah, it's that like, I'm obviously in a cloak ship, I couldn't have noticed. There's a lab in, you all look different. It's been, for you guys, close to 12 hours, or 20 hours, almost a day.
We'll drop
Thanks
you
for
off
holding
on
on to-
some planet, so you don't have to join
Or-
a battle to the death. But
We'll talk about that.
we're keeping the money.
I do have to say, solid plan, though. Congratulations.
So where are we headed? I think it's time to bring Taylor home. Told her we would. And I don't say anything else and just go sit at the cockpit.
That,
Insight check? I saw the eyes widen. Can I make an insight check on
go
it?
for it.
Yeah.
So I'll bring her home.
I'd
She
be
just
down to
like,
go to the syndicate.
To the
Do a little
Orion
bit of-
Syndicate. You guys now have a
Yeah.
ship that
Yeah.
has proven time travel.
As far as what I said as Gibbon,
That is
that is the
17.
plan, but if as a party we want to
17.
do something else, we
I
can do something else.
kind
But
of
that, to
would-
me,
I
that
kind of want to
seems...
know what the inside is, and then I'll be like, what
Taylor
yeah.
looks shocked that it would be even considered, but you realize on the inside she is looking more that like, why? That helps me almost. Like, I kind of want to be at the Syndicate. Because again, the Syndicate, there's pirates there, there's contact. Like, Taylor would love the Syndicate because that's like a, I know people there. It's not like, is this a joke?
I turn to her and go, like, almost, I'm pulling the Vulcan of, it's not. Because we want to give you another chance to prove your trust in an environment where we know you would be more comfortable.
But hear me out, okay? We have to shenanery with Khan, right?
We
Who's
do.
better at shenanery?
You are very good at shenanigans, my friend.
I mean,
20%.
Fucking 0%, you get to live.
20%. You want my shenanigan.
I don't. I truly do not. It is only because I respect your sister that your head is concaved right now.
You can have 50% of my shares.
Convexed.
No,
It's the
concave
only
is
big word Gibbon knows.
no.
I said my shares.
Oh.
50% of mine.
Your
75.
share is 5%. Then.
Deal.
It's only
She
700.
gets 2%.
That's only 75,000 credits. That's
That's still money in a pocket.
yeah. Sure.
And again, and I mentally send this to Gibbon and not in front of the group, it's an act of trust.
I don't trust her, and I say that out loud.
I don't either. Not out loud. But we need her help.
No, I really don't believe that at this point.
Oh, is Khan just going to kill you over and over again the exact same way, or do we need someone who's going to think outside of the box? This is ultimate.
Think outside the box.
You need someone with an intelligence score better than 12.
That's kind of what I'm trying to make it.
Do we though? Because if we're trying to enact
To be
shenanery,
fair, I have an +4 to my intelligence.
Yeah.
We know
Sal's
Sal
smart.
is very
Yeah,
smart,
yeah, no,
but
Sal
she
is
also
actually
has a
right.
lot of
You see
social
the-
my
skills.
actual stats out of this.
Don't you bring my stats into this. No, You see, Taylor is the second that like quick exchange of just money.
Legendary action,
Taylor
right?
just completely shuts up, sits in the corner, and just closes her eyes.
And none of your money is on the line. It's on
It's
the
like-
line.
She's waiting for an opportunity to
I
talk.
think it's stupid to pay somebody to not let the universe come to an end, but you know, you do you. Whatever's the most logical.
So, Syndicate?
Syndicate.
Are you okay going
Doop,
there?
doop, doop, doop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Syndicate's got a lot of shit though. That'll be good.
We need to access some Area 31.
Sector
shit.
31.
As long as your
Sector
dad's name isn't Joyless, can't be worse than last time.
I know your dad's name, but it's not joyless.
Oh, my dad owns a
I don't
restaurant.
know my
We
dad's
love it.
name.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Sounds
pretty
awesome.
cool. He's on Earth.
I guess I should
Oh,
tell
wait, maybe
you.
go to the house,
Maybe
Dad.
The other
Lothar
side.
and Kor is your
Other side of the
Oh,
father.
right, you
Yeah.
told
Are you
said
making
that.
Lothar is
Because it sounds
Lothar Shrell.
And he is
Ko-
joyless.
and Kor Shrell.
I mean, that's kind of the.
Sal, what did you get though on your insight?
That is the
What
point.
am I answer?
I mean, I don't have a last name, so.
It's not Opal.
Names have importance.
No, it's my. That's my full name.
Black Opal is your first name.
It's my full name.
Was it
Wait,
21?
there's a first and a second
Come on,
word in
Dean.
it. Is that not a
Um,
first and a second name?
You think Taylor, while
Huh.
the big emotions that you're getting off, Taylor
I'm
looks
just called what my name is.
furious.
Mm.
That's like a normal look of like, I'm just sitting here furious. There is that ever so present though emotion you kind of get as like respect
Mm.
of like, I got God. So like obviously she looks pissed. She's like, I'm just gonna sit here and show I'm mad.
Mm.
But there is that on a 21.
Can I still
Taylor
get a
has
margarita
respect.
with this silly?
She's not gonna drink. I'll let you know that.
I
She
know,
is
it's
too
just
mad
gonna
for
be
that.
there.
Taylor is just furious of just like, heading over right now, Syndicate, as many people here would have that passive history, the Orion Syndicate is located around Rigel. Or, well, specifically Rigel 7 right now.
Mm.
As plugging in the coordinates where at this moment your current selves are angrily debating killing Taylor,
Mm.
you head off to the Orion Syndicate. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.
Back in time.